Holy shit. Shut the shit off. Goddamn.
Yeah, we started, motherfucker.
Oh, we're here. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Live in effect, motherfucker. Hey, man. Welcome back. This is volume 67. Say your word.
67. 67.
67, bro.
The weeks just go by.
And by. I wish I had the Casey and JoJo time and slipping away from me.
Time is slipping away from me.
There you go. Boom. Good enough.
Right. Just like this next game is. I told you, eight points.
Right. Hold on.
No. I'm not. That's the last thing. Watch. I'll just tell you when they lose, and that's what we're gonna talk about.
No. I was gonna say since we waiting on. Well, let me introduce the podcast at DJ Larry 0093 at Who's Original at 2L's Young, and we are here. Got a special guest, friend of the podcast, brother of the podcast. At Earl Got Soul.
Oh, this nigga ain't no guest. He's part of the podcast when he feel like
it. This is what I was trying to do before you two rude motherfuckers interrupted me. So, if you follow Guessing from the Stands and follow all their social media, they are giving away a $250 grand prize for their NCAA basketball bracket. This year, they decided to do best basketball sneaker, greatest Nike basketball shoe of all time, and episode was a classic. I quit Show Your Work like 12 times during that episode. I'm not going to even spoil why. Y'all just got to listen. Y'all follow us, follow them, like, subscribe, share for your entry. Grand prize drawing will be announced later. And yeah, man, get you $250 to StockX a GOAT, man. Y'all be complaining talking about we don't get shit.
You know? And actually, let me put an edit point on that. We expanded it. We're going to do StockX, Go, or eBay sneakers. I don't know how that blew my mind, but we're going to do eBay sneakers as well. So whatever you choose, you just let us know. We'll send the money over.
You motherfuckers like money?
Options.
We're literally giving away.
He's giving you options.
You like, what's that DJ Quick? You motherfuckers like oldies in this bitch?
Hey, man. y'all hitting us up talking about,
give me what I want.
All right, well, you got it, motherfucker. So
shout out to Chloe. Yes.
Facts.
Chloe, shout out to your project being out as well.
We literally want to give you money. No strings attached. We want to give you money.
Amen.
We want to give you money.
So, and
that's from the man himself.
Listen, man, Joe Biden ain't giving you no money, but you getting $250 for some.
Hey, man.
Hey, come on.
Hey, we ain't repeating nothing else, man.
I don't try to go out either. So,
believe what you will. The message has been delivered.
You feel me? All right, so since we waiting on another special guest, let's start off with the bullshit. And since that was the NCAA bracket, Trey,
why you call my name first? Like, why I gotta go first?
Nah, I'm just saying. So all right, let me start off with my team. Duke had me scared. Somehow, we end up getting past Michigan State. Tom Izzo does not get the chance to put Coach K in the dirt, thankfully. But, so Coach K goes to the Sweet 16. There were a few upsets along the way. I'm going to be right back, but as I come right back, I do want to say salute to Juwan Howard, and I'll let y'all go from there.
Listen, Juwan Howard won twice in one weekend, okay? Twice.
Mm-hmm.
That he did.
Who they beat? Oh, they beat Tennessee, and Wisconsin lost. You see what you saw the universe blesses you when you check white people.
Yo, I mean,
bruh, upset, and he smacked the coach for talking on his neck, and.
Juwan Howard smacked a cracker during Black History Month and he in the Sweet 16. All praise the Black King.
And Wisconsin lost. That's Black excellence and Black history.
Word to Van, bro. Happy belated birthday, Van.
While we're here, I want to give a special shout out to Shaheen Holloway in St. Peter's.
Yes, sir.
For advancing to the Sweet 16.
And you know who else could have been in that black coach conversation?
Hey, man,
Mr.
come
Soul.
On, man.
Mr.
You know
Soul.
who else? You know who else could have been there, Mr. Soul?
Foam posits and vibes. Ain't a lick of coaching going on.
Listen here.
Posits and
Right.
vibes.
Anthony.
Yeah, because that's Anthony. This ain't. We ain't gonna call him by his other name today. You don't deserve that, Anthony.
I salute the progress you have made. I'm gonna go ahead and get that out the way now. I salute the progress you have made with the team. I salute that. But my boy, one timeout was all we needed, and not a media timeout. By the time the media timeout came, bro, it was too late. It was over. It was a wrap. Finito, they had came back.
So I will be transparent here, Earl. You know we're cool in real life. Can you tell the people what happened on that phone call that Saturday night? You want to explain to people what happened to young DJ Larry that day?
Youngin just sounded hurt, man. That's the main thing that happened. Youngin
bro,
was hurt more than anything. It wasn't the loss. It was how they lost.
It was how exactly. It wasn't even the fact that we lost, but it's how it happened.
It's the principality.
It was like watching boxing and you see somebody get knocked out because they put their set down. It ain't about the fact you got knocked out. You put your set down, my boy.
Exactly.
Man.
Like
hands up.
I mean, just watching that, I was just disappointed, bro. Like I'm sitting there, like just looking at it like this, bro. Like
we could have been a good couple. We could have had something special. But you one crazy ass bitch.
Like, bruh, how many, like, bro, it got to a point, I was like, bruh, how many timeouts are you going to hoard, bro? It was so bad. If people, let me say something. To you punk ass fans out there, I'm talking to you. Bruh, don't give me, oh, man, this is a white commentator hating on black. Bullshit. He was right, all right? This motherfucker did not know how to call a timeout and stop momentum to save his life.
Malcolm Dandridge, to be fair, I'm gonna shoot him some bail, and I'm not taking up for him, but because you know this happens. This happens, especially young in your coaching career when you getting into tournament ball. It's a different kind of game. I know that they're playing basketball, but reality, as much as basketball being a game of runs is in real time, when you get to the NCAA tournament, it is literally a game of runs. And I think that it was a couple of games this weekend that really proved that. Primarily the TCU and Arizona game really showed that to me as well. But with us focusing on Memphis, he just has to learn better clock management in a do or die situation. Because reality of it is you don't have a game to make it up. And for Penny, he's still a young coach. Got a very young team, but at the end of the day, you know, you need some people out there who can put you into real time situations and practices. And going forward, I think that he's going to use this game as motivation to figure it out. I mean, last year, like Youngin was talking about last week, he won the NIT last year, so it's another stepping stone. And I'm not saying they're going to be national champs next year, but what I am saying is these kind of situations happen and they are learning situations, but in real time, still pissed off at the process during the process, man.
Let me ask you a question, bro. Respectfully, can I respectfully ask you a question?
Yeah.
Normally, because you're not saying anything wrong or telling a lie, but normally I would give it a pass if this was your first year. This is his fourth year,
right? And this is his first in the tournament, right?
This is his first time. It's his first time touching the tournament,
and he was in the NIT last year. So it comes to a point, like I'm just being real, bro. Like I will give you credit for getting to the tournament because at the end of the day, only 68 teams can be even considered for the NCAA tournament, and to actually have an 8th seed, congratulations. I know where Penny comes from. I know what he's done. I know where he's come from. You know, what he's had to overcome. And I get all that. You know, I'm not going to make no James Wiseman jokes or nothing like that. Like, I will give him his credit. But it comes to a point where it's like, dog, Malcolm Dandridge was running down the court on his knees tired, bro. Like,
he was done, bro.
Like, and then
go ahead. No, I'm going to let you talk.
And I was saying, and then the thing is, like, with the Amani Bates thing, all right, some of your guys got in foul trouble. Amani goes out there, he actually does kind of decent, and then you sit him back down. And then it's a thing of, was this a minutes restriction on Penny? Is this like a medical media restriction? So I'm like, dog, Earl, you're right.
I need that Amani Bates situation explained.
Thank you,
Bro, everybody
because
he was
I need-
catching fire, and I'm not
That's
saying
what-
that he wasn't miss. I don't care about the misses. You gonna miss in basketball.
it's some
But
bro, he
swing.
ain't
was
played.
in
He
the
ain't
flow.
played. He ain't played in a long ass time.
Yeah, and
Hey,
the announcer
long
said
ass,
that too. I think they said he hadn't played since January or something.
Yeah, like January 21st.
He played like 3 minutes the game before, and then that was his first time playing like full on, like 10, 15 minutes or whatever, and he just sat him down. So I don't know, man. I got the bracket pulled up for us. I'm gonna say this before we move on, and I'm gonna let Youngin go. I'm happy with results, but at the same time, y'all know certain cities are not satisfied with just, being there. You feel me? Like some of it, like Memphis is a competitive ass city. Like we've seen the Grizzlies make the playoffs and not get past the first round for 10 years. We've seen so many things. So we're a city that we want to see the actual,
Has it been 10 years since y'all Western Conference Finals run?
No, I'm talking about since, the Grizzlies got there in 2001, right? They were making the first round of playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, but they lost back-to-back. And, I mean, at the time, you have no shame in losing to the Spurs, Suns, and the Mavericks. But they didn't even win a playoff game. Yeah. I don't think anybody realizes that. They never won a playoff game until 2011 when they played the Spurs, and that's when they upset them. That's the only. So prior to that, that's 10 whole years of just getting there and just looking cool for nothing. Like they gave Hubie Brown Coach of the Year at one point. Mike Miller was like Sixth Man of the Year, and
I think Jerry West was Executive of the Year.
He was. That was that 2004 year. Like, but again, dog, that don't mean nothing if you getting 4-0 in the playoffs like that. So that's all I'm saying. Like with the Tigers, man. Like, listen, we've been a consistent tournament team in the past. We've gotten to the NCAA championship twice in the history of the program. Salute to Larry
Should have
Finch.
had a national championship in 2008, but I'm not going to talk about that today.
Oh no, I mean it's been plenty of times, but I'm just saying in general, like it just comes to a point where it's like, bro, we can't accept the mediocrity. And Penny's not mediocre, but his actions Saturday were. And like at the end of the day, this better be the motivation he needs to get to the next level, because it's gonna look scary if this happens again. Like
and I think it's gonna motivate Imani to play better. I think it's gonna help his recruiting. And I mean, if you look at the shithole that the season was in January, for y'all to have even made the tournament was a success.
Bro, I'm
done. Go ahead and
I'm gonna be all the way honest. The energy and shit we got the later half of the season was what motherfuckers was expecting the whole season. You feel me? And I'm glad they did catch it sooner than later, and we was able to make the tournament. You feel me? And like I said, I'm gonna salute him on his progress that he made. The man won the NIT with little to nothing. He had a nice team, but that team really was little to nothing. I would honestly say this is the best team that he'd had, in his 4 years being there. And to your statement there, as far as the McIntyre shit, he was tired as fuck. Yes, he was. But them refs went on our side, bro.
Man, I don't want to hear that shit.
Bro,
I'm sorry, bro.
Hold
on.
No, fuck that, bro.
Hold on.
Fuck that. He wasn't letting them big men be big men, bro.
Let me understand. Let me. All right.
He was not letting them.
All right.
How did all of our big men have 4 fouls?
This is the main argument, ladies and gentlemen. What is the white boy's name that looks like he was an extra in Talladega Nights?
Drew Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy.
Drew Timmy.
All right. I'm not even gonna shame Drew Timmy because he did what he was supposed to do for his team because Holmgren got exposed. But I do want to say that I get where you're coming from, Trey. But there's got to be a point, man. Like you have to find a way to play through the
Bro,
refs.
you can't, bro. Like you literally can't. If all your big man in foul trouble, if you touch this, if you put a finger on this man, they
And
calling a
that
whistle.
is why I
Like you
question.
can't,
Hold on.
bro.
That's why I question the Amani thing. Because when Amani was out there, Gonzaga had to switch around. Yeah, Timmy was getting off, but the rest of the team did not get off. Amani sat back down. If you notice, when Amani sat back down,
I mean,
Timmy didn't really go
Amani was
crazy, and the
doing shit
rest
for
of the
our
team was.
offense.
So this is my whole point, G. I get what you're saying, but if you want to be on that level of the greatest coaches, I'm talking the
And he'll
Coach
get there.
K's,
He gotta learn.
Roy, Boeheim, even the NBA, Popovich, Phil, Pat Riley. You got to learn how to play through it. And I get it. But the same way, I'm going to say the same thing. The same way I will tell Luka Doncic to stop bitching and moaning because you got to play through it. Same
It's a
thing.
difference. It's a difference in playing through it and you're trying to play through it and you're still getting fouls
you
called for
have to
playing
adjust.
good defense.
But you have to.
I ain't playing good defense though. So what am I supposed to do? Allow him to score?
Bro, you got to adjust. Like that's my whole thing, bro.
What
like,
adjustment can I make?
Dog. Like that's what I'm saying. You have to change your lineup, or you have to do something, and that's my thing. And that's what. hold up.
How can I change my lineup when I'm a big man in foul trouble?
But you can't change your lineup if you don't take no goddamn timeouts, bro. And this is what I'm saying, dog. Like you have to have. You can't even make a change.
Even still with it, G.
You
my
can't
big
even give
men
yourself
are in
a
foul
chance
trouble
to make a change if you don't call a timeout. I get what you're trying to like, bro. I'm not.
I can sub my big man now. As soon as he blow that whistle, I can boom. All right, let's get him out there. Boom, a little formation out. I can do that in between that whistle.
I'm gonna tell you something.
My
bro.
big men are in foul trouble, bro. I have
tell you,
3 solid big men. All 3 of them have 4 fouls.
I hear what you're saying, dog. But like my guy said earlier, it was phone pauses and vibes. Cause dog, Penny was out there looking nervous, and it showed. Like I think,
and I'm not putting it past it. The timeout definitely was needed, but in the same token, them refs was not on our side.
I'm not. Listen, 2 things can be true. I'm not denying that the refs were on some bullshit. Let me not. I don't want you to think that. I'm just saying that when it comes down to it, bro, you gotta find a way to muscle through that shit. And that's just all I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, you have to find a way. Every great coach finds a way somehow, whether it's adjustments, whether it's different defense sets, whether it's just some. I mean, and then again, like if you even watch the game, like it was plenty of times in that game. I'm like, why are you shooting the 3 right now? Why are you not moving the ball like you were earlier? It's a whole bunch, bro. So
I definitely would say that. Like that first half, they played flawlessly. Second half, they came out. The second half, they came out a little relaxed, forgot who the fuck they was playing, and lost themselves. For sure, they most definitely did. They came out comfortable as hell with that 12-point lead. They did they stopped fighting. They most definitely stopped fighting for a little bit. But when they started backfighting, that's when all the bullshit started happening.
Man, listen.
And at the same time, but we got Alex Lomax bringing up the ball.
See, man, this what I'm talking about, man. See, we supposed to rep the same smart tech, my nigga. You supposed to be with me and down in this nigga, bro. Nah, bro.
Like what? Nah, for real.
That.
Like nah. Just also as far as the adjustment shit, what offense are we gonna generate?
Bro,
Alex Lomax
listen, man. I don't have the answer, Sway, but neither does he. Okay.
And Penny, my bad, Anthony, and we can move on after this. I know you love that boy. I know you coach Alex Lomax all the way up from a little nigga up to what he is now. And he still can't fucking shoot.
I mean, you don't have to worry about that. Lomax is a senior, so he's gone after this year. So
you
ain't got to worry about that no more.
That's cool and all, but
all right.
I'm
gonna let our co-host get a chance to talk, man, because we'll be here all night. I apologize, y'all. It's just passion in that. I'm sorry. I know I be getting on everybody else about long-winded rants and shit, but Anthony was on some bullshit. My bad. Anything you want to say, Nelson, about this?
Yeah, Memphis lost that. Penny lost that game to start. Also, the refs have been on bullshit this whole fucking tournament. That this game, yeah. I mean, you shouldn't let a white boy with a mustache punk you like that, but that's another discussion for another day. That I don't know if you guys know about the Illinois Tech.
Oh, I saw it where
Bruh.
dude dunked and then he swung around and
That
then they called
absolutely infuriated me watching that.
And that, Nelson, is why I said what I was saying earlier. It wasn't to like knock what Trey is saying, because I
if
agree
I'm
with
being
him.
honest,
Because I
nigga, that was
agree
the only tournament game I watched. I don't give a fuck about
No,
this
because
tournament.
I get what he's saying, right? But at the same time, like
No, I'm saying that to say I didn't know that the ref was on bullshit the whole time. It's the only game that literally Memphis Gonzaga game is the only game I watched.
yeah, man.
The whole
So
tournament.
that's all I'm saying, man. Like, again, I've been watching the other games just here and there, but I mean the refs, like Nelson hit it on the head. The refs have been on bullshit, but at the same time, like, and this is what it takes. It takes losing like this to learn what to do in situations in the future. So it's not a complete penny bashing, and again.
No, like I said, I salute the progress he made. I'm not taking nothing from. And let's get off a penny. We got other teams, but
Yeah.
I see what y'all say.
I mean, we just got, this is therapy, y'all. This is our weekly therapy, man. We just got to let out our grievances. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I just want to say real quick.
Go ahead.
I was wrong. The Knicks are actually up 16 with 1 minute left.
Look, he was talking shit in pre-show.
But do you see what happens when you put your young players in? That's called development.
It's a lot of passion about this basketball.
shit.
I tell you, man. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, bro.
All right, let's go through.
Anyways,
Let's go through this bracket real quick.
bracket,
So, all right,
but the refs are on bullshit.
I'm gonna tell you something. Gonzaga, y'all got exposed this game.
Y'all definitely got exposed. I don't give a fuck with nobody, so I can't say that.
Okay, I personally, I don't sleep on any team during the NCAA. I don't sleep on any team in the NCAA. Texas Tech could definitely be the one to do it. I'm just saying. So let's keep on going. That UNC and Baylor game, if you were a gambler, dog, your emotions were through the roof.
I know motherfuckers who was betting on UNC was right in their wheels when Baylor was coming back.
Hey, yo, Jamal Shakur.
They called their lawyers like, yeah, get my will ready.
Jamal Shakur, friend of the show. When you hear this episode, big dog, please tweet the pod and tell us your emotions during this game, because I know how you be on that FanDuel shit, and dog, I know you were fucking pacing the floor during that game, man. So, Earl, because I know y'all gonna do a detailed breakdown of this too. Y'all's is gonna be more analytical. We're just
them fuck niggas don't like UNC. Fuck them niggas.
All right. So what do you think about the rest of this bracket? Because UNC will have to play UCLA and then the winner of Purdue and St. Peter's.
We're going to whoop their ass too. And then we're going to go to St. Peter's. We're going to dog their ass in front of God, my boy. That's what we're going to do, all right? That's what's going to happen.
All right. So as y'all can see, I am praying and hoping that we get North Carolina in the Final Four this year, because there is no better place for the final Coach K UNC matchup than in the Final Four. So
we'll stay. It happens too.
We'll stay posted.
Maryland face ass nigga one more time.
All right. So on the other side of the bracket, we got Arizona and Houston.
Did anybody see that Arizona and TCU game?
Yeah, TCU tricked that game off.
TCU tricked it off.
Hey, yes, man, sir. But that shit was that was a game. That was a hell of a game.
Yeah, that was a game. So you got that. And Houston, again, we know from watching Memphis, Houston is no slouch. So don't sleep on them. This is the most, I think, out of all the games in the bracket besides, UNC UCLA, that's just a championship, that's a championship rivalry right there. Everybody hates UCLA. So, throw that out there. But Michigan and Villanova is going to be a game.
That's my game of the weekend.
That is going to be a game.
That's mine to watch
this week.
That may be ugly.
Maybe. What time is this game? This game is tomorrow at 6:30. 6:30 Central. I will be tuned the fuck in. All right, and then on the bottom bracket, you have Kansas and Providence, and
Y'all
whatever.
forgot Providence is in this tournament.
And the U is in the Sweet
Okay.
16.
Yeah, they beat Auburn.
Shout out to Charlie Ward's son, who I didn't even realize that was his son until the announcer said Charlie Ward. I was like, oh shit. I forgot he still played for them. So, and Iowa State, who, I mean, I'm not going to act like they just great, but don't sleep on them. So.
Iowa State is always a perennial tournament team, and they're the team you don't want to play. Yeah.
I mean, isn't Miami still? Is Larranaga still the coach?
Yeah.
Hey man,
yeah.
He always do for an upsetter too, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why a Larranaga NCAA tournament team is always a team that you don't want to play.
Yeah, that's his.
He always finds a way to make it interesting. So,
but yeah, so it is possible. Just if we were to go by the favorites per se, it's possible that you could see a Duke, Carolina, Kansas, and Arizona Final Four. But honestly, outside of course rooting for my team, I 110% want to see some new faces in there. I like seeing that.
I think Nova gonna make their way back to the Final Four again.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I'm rooting for Michigan, bro. I am. I ain't gonna lie. Michigan, I would love to see them finally get one this time around.
They went to the Final Four like what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
They did, but they lost that one, and then you remember. I think the one I really wanted to win was the Trey Burke and Tim Hardaway one, like back in 2013. I forgot who they lost to, but they lost
Wisconsin, I think, and then Wisconsin played somebody in that championship. I forgot. It might have been 14.
Well, Wisconsin played us in 15, and we won that one. That's when Kaminsky and Decker were there for Wisconsin.
Right. You right.
Yeah, but hey, man, great basketball going on right now. If y'all can't tell, man, about the passion we have about this, man. So, hey, man, before we move to the next topic, remember and do not forget at Guessing from the Stands, man. Like, follow Earl Got Soul, man. Listen. Y'all want money, man. Y'all follow the team, man. I don't want to hear, oh man, we don't. Nah, bro. At Guess from the Pod, motherfucker. I'm gonna say it one more time. At Guess from the Pod. I have spoken.
Sir.
All right, man. So speaking of basketball, we'll keep the same topic on basketball. So today had an update, and after allowing this vaccine update to scare away all potential free agents from coming to the Mets and Yankees last week, now they want to decide to lift the mandate, and now Kyrie is back for playoffs. Ain't this some shit? I'm sorry. I said that too soon. Y'all go ahead.
Nelson,
I mean, look, man. Whatever you decide that you want to agree with taking the vaccine or not getting the vaccine, it's not my business anymore. I think people made their decisions almost 2 years ago. So that is what it is. My thing is, this makes the Brooklyn Nets now the scariest 8 seed of all time.
I mean, okay, so here's the thing about that. Obviously, and I'll let Nelson go, and then we can keep it going. I feel like you're right in the sense of, okay, now Kyrie is back, but there is two things I do want to note, and it's interesting. So, for one, we're going to see what their synergy is now that you have Kyrie in the lineup, and add to that point, number two, what will Ben Simmons be doing? Because that will be key. Because yes, Kyrie and KD I ain't got to say nothing else with that. But if Ben comes back, that's going to be vital as well. So I don't know if he comes back this season or not, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do. And I mean, if they never
have you watched the Lakers show yet?
No, we can talk about that next week, sir.
All right, no, because I was gonna reference something.
You can go ahead and reference it though. Go ahead. It's cool.
They're gonna do his ass like Jerry was gonna do Magic.
Wow.
All right. But
Hey, youngin, you funny as shit for that.
so what I'm gonna do is a funny thing. Like I'm gonna watch it, and then when I see it, I'm gonna text you.
You haven't seen any of the episodes yet?
Oh,
Nah,
my
man.
boy.
Oh man.
Listen, life has been crazy, man. I'm gonna definitely.
All I'm gonna say is this: Magic put out that tweet yesterday. I got 2 words: damage control.
Hey, so put it to you like this: there's been a lot going on. So like, but again, when tonight is over, I'm definitely gonna catch Snowfall because Snowfall has been off the chain the last couple weeks, and then I'm gonna binge the Lakers show this weekend, so that by the time we come back for Show Your Work 68, we can have a detailed conversation about it. So foreshadowing, but hey man, I mean apparently you saying Magic was like this.
Shit, that nigga had me scared, but I held my own. Fuck that.
That's sick.
Hey, look, let me tell you.
Sick.
When I seen that
No pun
that
intended.
Magic tweet yesterday, hey, you funny as shit. When I seen that Magic tweet yesterday, I said, "Oh yeah, Magic seen episodes 1 through 3." And said, "Fuck that."
Had to do his damage control.
Man, and I ain't even see the tweet.
Oh, I can pull it up.
Basically, it was him promoting. Oh, go ahead.
All right, we can pull this up, man. Hold on, Irvin Magic Johnson. Hold on, let's see what
Said his whole ass name.
Hey, his mama called him Irvin. Call him Irvin.
Hey, she don't use that nickname in the house.
It ain't even that house.
She ain't play this shit.
So when was the tweet? Was it on Sunday or was it?
No, it was yesterday. Tuesday. There it is.
All right, what
Can
do
I
you
read
say?
it? Can I read it in Magic's voice?
Go ahead.
I'm so excited for the world to see my documentary series. They call me Magic. Airing on Apple Plus, April 22nd. You don't want to miss it. It's Magic, y'all.
You sound like Dusty Rhodes at first. I was a little concerned.
Oh no, hold on. We're gonna do a Dusty Rhodes impersonation later this episode. Don't you worry. But
no, he had his own show coming to Apple TV though.
Times, baby.
It's my son's time, baby.
But nah, the reason why, I was gonna bring that up too. So Magic does have the Apple TV documentary coming out, which, like you said, this is complete damage control. Like this is 100% like, hey, this is the Black entrepreneur, blase Skip that that we like to look Magic at, put this light on him. You know what I'm saying?
They lied about my name.
They lied. So this is my thing that I want to know about this show, because I mean I know it's probably going to be multiple seasons. Like, what moment do they have to include that y'all already know about that they have to include in this show?
Well, I'll put it to you this way without spoiling, because I mean it's been all over the timeline, so I'm sure you saw. They open up the show with November 4th.
Yeah, they opened up. They opened the show up with that.
All right. So
and it's not the announcement; it's him leaving the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they opened the show up with that. But what moments do they have?
Because I got 2, but I'm gonna let y'all go.
I need to know what was that night on that famous picture where he wearing that chinchilla coming out of the Lakers, out of the Forum Club. I need to know what that night was actually like.
That's a good one. What about you, youngin?
I don't really care.
Because I know you're not a Laker fan.
Yeah,
but just because the history of how much Magic means to the league,
For real, they gave it to me the way that the bitch opened. I really wanted to see how he. What was the reaction? I wanted to see, did he have one of them easy reactions or,
what?
Well, obviously not.
Oh wow! Wow.
Just saying. Okay. Granted, it was different situations, and
it's still motherfucker.
And then you use my drop, motherfucker. All right, Winston, what's good, baby? What's good?
Oh,
good, Winston.
Magic is the freak. Boom.
All right. So I'm gonna say there's 3 things for me that I like to see from this show, and I want them to accurately display this. 1, somebody please tell me and show me how Dr. J reacted to Magic, because as y'all know, Dr. J was a supreme shit talker. So I know, like, in the beginning, Dr. J definitely had some shit to say about Magic for sure, especially when they won that first championship over him. So that's something I want to see. Number 2, I need somebody to reenact Magic telling Isaiah that he didn't make that dream team.
Yeah, I do need to see that.
I need that 100%.
Yeah, as long as they don't stop on after 1991, we should get that.
And
that's the thing. Yeah, they can't like. But then again, it's a Laker show. It's not the Magic show.
That's
so.
what I'm saying.
Showtime documentary.
But with that being said, number 3, I need my brother of the struggle, AC Green, to get his own spinoff, because I need to see if AC Green was really about that shit.
No, he really was. AC Green really was about that. I can tell you that now.
What about what?
Not leading into temptation, my
yeah.
brother. Yeah.
He didn't have sex.
The A stands for abstinence in AC Green?
Yes.
Yeah, AC Green stands for ain't no coochie.
Green.
Yeah, I told you, AC Green stands for ain't no coochie.
My hero.
Abstinence
Green.
Abstinence from Coochie Green.
AC Green being my OG is hilarious, bro. Hey, man.
Must be talking to one of them youth pastors or something.
Abstinence Green.
Abstinence Green.
Title number 1.
Abstain from Coochie Green.
Hey, man. Hey, AC Green, I'm fighting demons too, my boy. Hey, man.
He was fighting. He fight some other demons.
You paved the way.
Paved the way for what?
Paved the way for getting no coochie.
Oh, man. Hey, man.
That nigga out there playing tetherball with himself.
Hey, yo!
Do you know how hard it had to have been to deny coochie in the 80s with a Jerry curl?
Oh, thank God. Y'all just going somewhere else.
A tall black man with a Jerry curl? Oh, my goodness.
On the Showtime
You know the nigga
Lakers?
was strong. He was on the Showtime Lakers and the 2001 Lakers with Shaq and Kobe.
Bro, he was, dog. This man's mental has to be bar none, dog. Like, bro, ain't no way, bro. But no, I think that's the main 3 things that I need to see. I mean, obviously, I'd love an HBO depiction of Michael Jordan during that time period, because we know Mike was fucking wilding as a youngster. So I'd love to see that.
If HBO gets a Michael Jordan documentary, he's gonna look like the Weekend After Hours cover.
Nah,
it'll be interesting what type of actor they cast at the time where like they run into the Isaiah Thomas and Jordan and like
Flex Alexander.
Oh my God!
All right, man, get out of here.
Well, but they're not the same.
Hey, you gonna cast Chad Ochocinco as Mike?
That's sick.
Bye.
That's a sick. No, absolutely.
Mirage God.
Yo, Chad being Mike in '89 is hilarious,
bruh.
Yo. I mean, they both be gambling. I mean, what's the all right?
I don't know if Mike was eating McDonald's like that, but
shit, he had the sponsorship shit.
That is true.
Definitely had the sponsorship.
You see what I'm saying?
Shit, yo.
Deeper down. Hey, bro. Hey, that's what we here
for. Hold on.
Sometimes I dream like Mike. Hey, bro. Oh man, I need to see the NBA reacting to that like Mike commercial too, because I know niggas was heated at that, bro. I need that. I need that. Oh shit, man. Hold on.
We still talking about the vaccine?
Nah. Yo.
Oh no. I don't.
Yo. All right.
Yo.
Wagwan. No white woman. All right.
Yeah,
there go my youth.
Wagwan.
Hey man, Wagwan, man. Hey,
That's
since
the
you
almond
here,
milk killer.
Since you here, kind sir. Since you're here, hey man,
What's
let's
good?
get right to the bullshit, man.
Hold on, before you get to the bullshit, hey, Fuck Eric Adams. All right, let's go straight to that.
All right, cool.
Big facts.
Hey, man, listen, man.
What fucking dweeb.
Hey, man. South
Fuck
Beach's
police.
bike. The Fins is bike.
Nah, man, they not back, man.
I'm about to say,
Bruh, don't put that cheetah in South Beach, bro. You're gonna sniff some cocaine or
Let me tell you something right now. Maybe not Josh, but niggas 100% today went to that closet and found that satin jacket, snapback, fucking shirt.
Bro, Josh got that shit iron pressed and on his bed right now.
Nah,
you ain't never seen so much
I'm
dirt
pessimistic
in your life.
He got the Sandalphon jacket ready. You're gonna take a picture tomorrow. This for the bitches.
Hey, man, any picture I take is for the bitches, man. Let's be clear.
I know.
Man.
I just,
Josh got the Merino jersey on ice ready to pull that bitch.
You know, it's funny. I got that. I got that Merino jersey in my damn fucking.
Side note, Josh, what's the last? What other Dolphin jerseys do you have? Just side note, out of curiosity.
Right now, I actually don't have any, but the last one I had that I was actually proud to wear was Ricky Williams.
Thomas.
Nah,
Ricky
Williams.
Ronnie Brown.
Yeah.
I was say I know it wasn't Jason Taylor.
Ronnie Brown.
Shout out to his sister though.
Shout out to his sister. My man.
Hey, shout out to his sister. That's a good woman.
What I tell y'all, almond milk killer, yes sir.
Hey man.
Nah, that's not me.
Hey bro, I'm gonna own it. Goddamn it. Yes.
No. Almond milk is acceptable. Almond milk is acceptable.
Hey, hold on.
What are you talking about? Actually,
there you go.
No. Almond milk is acceptable. We ain't accepting that TG Lee.
Hey.
Oh, say lies.
So for y'all that don't know what we're talking about today, which NFL has been just having wild things happen the last couple of days. I did not expect to wake up this morning to see that the Jets and Dolphins were trying to get Tyreek Hill. And nor did I expect to see Tyreek Hill go to the Dolphins. But again, I am not a hater. So salute to my guy Josh on getting top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. Top. I'm not wrong in that, right? As far as Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, no, you're right. He's top 5.
No, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, bro might move like them Broward niggas, but that's a different conversation.
I mean,
time.
Broward is Broward, so I mean,
Shout out to Broward
slander.
And I have to.
So my thing is this: how do you feel now? Because you have Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, and a decent quarterback. So
is he decent?
Let's not say decent.
He's all right.
I said decent. I didn't say.
You're right. Decent. Teddy Bridgewater is there, so you're right.
That's what I'm talking about. I wasn't talking about Tua.
Okay.
Tag over. No, I wasn't talking about him. He still got to prove himself.
Tyree gonna be looking for the ball. Tyree gonna be looking for the deep pass, and fucking Tua gonna have his head in the dirt.
Hey man,
looking like a Diglett.
Yo, Tua being a Diglett is crazy.
That is hilarious.
That's crazy.
So
like an NFL blitz tackle.
So because this is all right. So I'm sharing the screen. So this is the first thing that happened. It was like contract extensions, and then
he got money too.
Oh yeah, they gave
that
him
money.
Let me find the actual article about that. All right, let's see. Because it was 5 draft picks that they sent?
5 draft picks, yeah.
I mean,
I think 3 of them are for this draft alone.
3 of them are for this year. So
the draft picks don't.
From the director who.
He said what, Earl?
Draft picks don't never excite me. It don't necessarily mean that you gave away a superstar. It really.
That's. Especially in the NFL.
I'm gonna say especially in the NFL.
Where you got 7 of them guaranteed. So trying to find
you're the Rams.
Yeah.
So the Rams literally don't have a first round pick till like 2027.
That's all I know. God damn.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they don't have a first round pick till like 2027.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, but they got a Super Bowl, so I mean that's all that matters to
And
them.
they just buying
Yeah,
players.
no. They cashed out. It's cool. It's
And the thing is too, as y'all know, it's always possible for you to come back and trade. So, so Hill has an extension for 4 years, 120 million with 72 million guaranteed. So I want to have
the 50 million are basically right there too.
Yeah. So so they're gonna get 29 for Hill. They're gonna also get I'm trying to find the article that actually has the draft picks, but I knew you are correct, Nelson. It's 3 for this year and 2 of them for next year. So now that everybody's here, I'm gonna go one by one with this. How do y'all feel? Because there's a conversation going on right now with some idiots, in my opinion. And the idiots are saying, oh, the quarterback makes the wide receiver.
Oh my God.
And I know Chiefs fans. Look, I know y'all in denial right now. I get it. And I'm not going to sit here and say that Pat Mahomes isn't a good quarterback. I can't stand that beige motherfucker, but
he's a Hall of Famer already.
He's a Hall of Famer already. But let's keep it No, hold on. We're gonna get no. I got bars for Team TikTok. Don't you worry. Hold on. I got bars for Team TikTok. But for this conversation in general,
Team TikTok is hilarious.
That's their name. They Team TikTok, man. Hey man, Pop Hunter All Stars, you feel me? But
shout out to the Babylon app one time.
You know what I'm saying? So I just got a question: like, does the quarterback make the wide receiver? Because in my opinion, I say no. I feel like Tyreek Hill did great with Alex Smith. And I just think that there's been proof with receivers like Randy, Jerry, and other guys that show, hey, they a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the quarterback necessarily makes the wide receiver, but I don't want to just have this be my solo monologue. So I'm going to let you start off, Earl.
I mean, no, and I think the proof in the pudding, like you said, those guys, but then also just in recent DeAndre Hopkins. Like, D-Hop was catching footballs from guys that were not Deshaun Watson in Houston prior to Deshaun Watson getting there. He was arguably the best receiver in the league, if not him, was between him and Antonio Brown and Julio. So, no, I don't think that the quarterback makes the receiver. I think they both complete each other, but talent needs talent regardless. You cannot – football is the ultimate team sport. So there's no way to quantify this like it would be in basketball or something like that. There's just no way to. I don't think that's true.
I agree. Youngin, go ahead.
I mean, honestly, shit. Well, no. I didn't think that. I always thought, like, for real, more or less a receiver made a quarterback, if I'm being all the way honest.
I'm of that belief too, but
it was more or less like, I mean, yeah, you gotta have the accuracy. You obviously gotta have the accuracy and the throw power and precision to put it in his hands. But if you got somebody that you know that I could just throw this motherfucker up and I know that this man ain't gonna get to it. I could just put it, I just know I gotta put it in his vicinity and he's gonna get to it. Then that's a situation where the receiver's kind of making a quarterback. So I mean, like I always looked at it like that, honestly. But I mean, it could kind of go either way, for real.
Okay. Josh, you want to say anything on this one?
I mean, nah, man. I think they both complement each other, honestly. I mean, sometimes you have it one way where a quarterback can highlight a receiver's talents. Sometimes it's the other way around. But like Earl said, man, it's the ultimate team sport. You feel me?
Okay. Nelson?
Who was Tyreek Hill's last quarterback before Patrick Mahomes?
Alex Smith.
Exactly.
And that's my whole point.
All due respect to Alex Smith, okay? Because Alex Smith
wasn't ass.
No, Alex Smith is not ass. But like, bruh, Tyreek Hill had good numbers with another quarterback. Like, listen, man, listen. You motherfuckers don't watch football. You motherfuckers watch TikToks, man. That's it.
So, and that's I just want to say this, like, Randy Moss's best years were with Dante Culpepper. And I'm not acting like Culpepper was slow at all. But the fact that Randy did that with Culpepper and did what he did, I mean, another example is...
Whoa. Hold on. I got to correct you there. Randy Moss's best years were Brady. They both set touchdown passing and receiving record in the year. In 07.
All right, so let me correct you. Jokingly, but when I think of mossing, the term and phrase mossing,
100%
it's
came
Minnesota.
From
That's why I
yes,
said that.
Yeah. Okay. That
Yeah.
100% came from Minnesota. Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So all up, but that's what I'm
Boy,
saying.
because I
Like,
used to love yelling that shit out.
yeah, and again, I'm even go another step. I think Terrell Owens proved that too. Like going from
1,000,000%.
Steve Young to
Boy, I was
Garcia.
like, he had Jeff Garcia,
Jeff
bro.
fucking Garcia.
Jeff, he
made
Jeff
Jeff
fucking
Garcia look good.
Yeah, he put Jeff Garcia in the Pro Bowl, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. He did.
Yeah, he definitely did put that dweeb in.
That's all I'm saying, man. So I don't.
And look, McNabb was like that, but let's be honest. His best year was when T.O. was there. That's a fact.
That's 100% fact.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they made the Super Bowl. Like that's just proof. Like,
and T.O. put up 143. Was it 9 receptions for 143 on a broken leg? Yeah, man.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like if the wide receiver didn't matter that much, then what is the point of having yards after catch stat?
Exactly.
Because it's been plenty of time, and that's my thing. Like, to me, that's what made Julio a great. That's what made Megatron a great. That's what made
they yaxed that.
They yaxed that. So what I'm saying, like, this whole like Megatron. Come on, man. Like, this is my point, dog. Like,
exactly. And I'm not shitting on Matt Stafford, but he caught passes from John Kitna. Like, let's cut the bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dog. Like, I don't want to hear the quarterback. Because again, if you're a great quarterback, you can make a receiver that's trash look good. I mean, that's where, no disrespect, rest in peace, but that's where Steve McNair was great at. Like, he never had like the most top tier receiver. You feel me? But he did make them look good. It's been plenty of that. We got that right. We got that right now, Lamar Jackson. So it's like, this whole like, oh, the quarterback makes the receiver thing is not true, in my opinion. If that's the case, then we need to stop watching these combines. We need to stop watching these yak stats. We need to stop watching a lot of things because, I don't think that's the case. And now that you have, that's why I asked Josh earlier how he felt, because you got two really good receivers. One great, one really good, and Waddle and Hill, right? Now the Dolphins are pressured because if Tua doesn't deliver, you got to go with a better quarterback because you cannot waste that contract for Hill. You have to get an elite quarterback there.
Ask that white boy. Ask that white boy who does TikTok dances, who doesn't have a team right now.
Which one?
Which one?
Which one?
Well, who do you think?
I don't know. You tell me. There's multiple. Which one?
Hey man, the one whose father was like, bro, this man is trash, bro. Get my son out of Cleveland.
Now, hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Earl. Go ahead. I'll let you go first.
I'm not saying Baker. God, man, I can't be. I'm about to have to defend Baker Mayfield. Okay, Baker.
That's what I'm saying.
You defending this cracker?
It's not even about him being white. It ain't about that.
I know. I'm just
Baker Mayfield is arguably the best quarterback that franchise has seen since Vinny Testaverde. He got him to the playoffs. He got a playoff win. Against an esteemed team like the Steelers. Got a playoff win. And he had a down year and played hurt last year. And in my opinion, the Cleveland Browns did him dirty. Now, on the same regard, I do think that he was wrong for putting the narrative out there about OBJ. Because there's no way in hell OBJ plays the way he does. And he was the issue. It just don't work like that.
I'm gonna interrupt you for a second, Earl, just to note another example of a wide receiver being able to do what he's done. Like, I may not feel like OBJ is as great as people say, but OBJ was on the Giants and he did good. He was on the Browns and he did what he could. He went to the Rams and did what he could. If OBJ was just trash,
he wouldn't be able to make shit happen.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Earl. Go ahead.
that is true, but
No, yeah, and I agree with you. I just don't think that Baker Mayfield got a fair shot at the end. He definitely had more than enough chances during his tenure, but at the end, it's a shitty way that Cleveland treated their quarterback.
Yeah, they did. But shame on you for creating that narrative.
That's
I
that's it.
mean, it's the thing about Baker too. Like, I mean, we've said we made the knee how jokes, but let's be honest with you. Like,
Told
be
you
honest.
he playing for the Iowa Barnstormers.
So if I'm
NFL
Baker
Europe.
Mayfield, if I'm Baker Mayfield,
Barcelona track.
Baker needs to
Type shit.
accept. He needs to accept any trade possible for a starting position because it's a high possibility he could be on the bench or out of the league if he doesn't, in my opinion. So
I'll take him in Pittsburgh versus what we got. I'll definitely take him.
I can feel that over Trubisky. Hell
You got
yeah.
motherfucking Mitch Trubisky, goddamn Mason Rudolph, and fucking what is his name, bro?
Mason Rudolph is sick.
Mason Rudolph, Mitch Trubisky, and from Washington.
That that dude. He
I was from Ohio State.
Yeah, from what is his name?
Carson.
No, not Carson. No,
Heineke.
No, not Taylor Heineke.
Man, they all stink.
It start with a D.
Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins.
Oh,
Dwayne
Dwayne.
I'll
got
take
Dwayne
Baker
Haskins.
over either. Yeah, bro, I'll take him over any of them. And that's what I'm saying. He could definitely start for the Steelers. Hell yeah, he can start.
I'm talking about come right in, injured and all.
He already done made the Pro Bowl and the playoffs. He can start.
That is true. Excuse me.
But
that is
I
crazy.
I do also agree with your narrative. Nelson, he is still a dweeb in a lot of things.
Yes.
We still on Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, man.
You're fucking dweeb.
I mean, listen, I agree with what Earl was saying earlier as far as like the way Cleveland was treating him. But at the same time, it's like he has to start. He can't have all this attention on him, these sponsorships and all this, and not start. Like, because what'll happen is he'll be Manziel 2.0. So he 100% has to take whatever he can get, whether that's the Houston Texans, Seahawks, whoever is willing to take a chance on Baker Mayfield. You know, hell, I mean, I talked to two of my close friends that are Titan fans, and they were both said that they would take Baker Mayfield over Tannehill. So,
and every Miami Dolphins fan in
it.
the world will tell you that they right.
Yeah.
No, 100%. No, we know.
I remember.
Pepper Swans remembers Tannehill. Like,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, he's a wild boy. So I mean, the thing is, like, you know, this is gonna be the year for Baker Mayfield to really prove, you know, his worth, because if he doesn't, a lot of NFL teams are locked up and they're fine with the quarterback that they have.
I was about to say, because that position is really locked up for a lot of teams.
Because, I mean, Atlanta didn't even entertain him, and they said, we're going to just go for the rebuild and sign Mariota. The Panthers were like, nah, we're good. The Saints went back with Jameis. Salute to the Saints for giving a black man, you know,
some money.
So good. And
hey, you see that? It's a W. We're going to eat that.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. That was wild. That was wild.
Yeah.
Fucking yo, bro.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
You nasty nigga.
Well, when he did that shit.
I'm gonna tell you this stuff. What I did like about it, and what I didn't like, and I gotta call the city of Atlanta, man. Y'all motherfuckers, boy. It's only about 12 people in Atlanta that know football for real. Celebrating the fact that Matt Ryan is gone. Boy, y'all have no idea what you about to do.
Man.
Matt Ryan
about to go
man, I didn't
having a Matt Ryan is gone party is insane.
Y'all didn't see that flyer?
Yes, I did see
that. Crazy.
Hey,
listen, man,
I see.
fucking idiots. The dude put up 4,000 yards last year with 20 TDs and 12 picks.
Got
off of that offensive line. No, I'm talking about last year. Off of that offensive line and that receiving core, he still put up 20 TDs and 12 picks for 4 catches.
I don't think it's
man,
a
y'all
stretch to
motherfuckers
say.
don't understand.
It's not a stretch to say he's the greatest quarterback they ever had outside of Vic.
He is.
So,
no. Well, damn, I don't want to do this. I really.
But you can. And this is
don't
coming
want
from
to
a
do
Vic
this,
fan.
man. I do not
Yeah.
want to do this.
He
Man,
did them, but he
Michael
was better
Vick-
for them than Vic. Like if we being 100, like
God, I don't want to do this. Lord knows. God, I don't want to do this. Look, man, Michael Vick is overrated as fuck, G. I'm sorry, bro. Like,
Okay,
we
now
got to
hold on.
call
Wait a
this
minute.
in.
Hold on.
Yes, he is.
Whoa.
Yes, he is.
whoa.
No.
Michael Vick is overrated.
No way. I don't think so, pal. That's not how this works.
Okay, before you go, Earl, I'm gonna say this.
Mhm.
I see what you're trying to say, and I'm gonna let you explain what you mean for clarification. But
Because you ain't gonna talk about my favorite quarterback.
That's fine. That's fine. Let me tell you something. We all used to think that Mondo juice was really good until you get older and actually have real juice. I know.
Yeah.
We all used to think that soda was the greatest thing in the world till you grow up and realize it ain't good for you. I know.
okay, so let me ask
But
you.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Go ahead. You finish.
Well,
I'm
no,
asking the
you go
question.
ahead. What you want to ask? What you want
No,
to
you
ask?
go ahead. No, go ahead. I promise, because I'm gonna ask when you get done explaining.
Michael Vick, he was athletic, he was dynamic, but he wasn't a winner, and he was not that great of a quarterback. He just looked really good doing it.
All right, so now I can ask my question. Goes back to what we talked about 5 minutes ago. Is this a product of Vic not being good, or is it a product of the team that Vic had around him?
No, bro, it's a product of Vic not being good. I mean, okay, look at it this way. Look, I'm just gonna
You got
be
it.
honest with y'all,
You
man.
got
No,
it.
I'm
Earl,
going
I
to
thought
be
you was a
honest.
real one, man.
No, listen to what I'm about to tell you.
Go ahead.
He had an offensive line out of this world. He had Shady McCoy, Darren Sproles,
Okay, see, look, you talking about Philadelphia Vic.
No.
You talking about Philadelphia Vic. We talking about Atlanta Vic.
Trust me, I'm going somewhere with this. Deshaun Jackson.
Because I'm mad at I'm mad at Philadelphia Vic too.
Zach Ertz, and
Yeah.
he had a few others around him, right?
Yeah.
That is the greatest assembly of talent that he ever had
Yeah.
in his career.
Yeah, that Philadelphia team.
He never had anything like that in Atlanta ever.
Yeah.
He had nothing close to it. The
Yeah.
closest thing you could say he had was a fat work done in rookie Roddy White, and
Yeah.
even then I can't really say it.
Okay.
And reality of it is the dude never threw for 4,000 yards in the season, bro. Never.
So
bro. He never.
Let me
He
ask
made a couple of Pro Bowls. That was cool. And he made one NFC Championship game, and he got knocked the fuck out.
Okay.
But you still ain't about to disrespect my favorite
No. So
quarterback.
Earl, I wanna counterpoint that. So can we all agree that Vic's teams prior to the arrest in Atlanta were terrible? Can we all agree on that?
That team was ass.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, I will say this. I like Lamar because Lamar is 100% the closest thing we have to Vic. And the one thing about Vic is Vic 100% had that cannon. Now, Earl, I do agree with I'm going to say this. I do want to know that Vic's decision-making at times was terrible.
We're terrible.
So
I'm not had a cannon, but he couldn't throw the ball.
Okay, and I can say that, but I also want to know one thing about Lamar is all of our lives, because Ray Lewis and Ed Reed were on the Ravens all of our lives. Baltimore has always had a stupendous defense. I can't think of a year that their defense was just terrible. The Falcons,
I agree.
I can't say that much. And with defense, as we know, especially in college football, if your defense can't make a stop or the offense, so if the offense goes 3 and out, it puts pressure on the defense. And if the defense is out there too long, they get tired, they can't do what they need to do. Doesn't help if your defense is not as good. And keep in mind that during Vic's time in Atlanta, the Panthers went to the bowl, the Saints defense wasn't no hoes, and the I ain't got to say nothing about that 03 Buccaneers team. So shout out to Tony Dungy. Fuck Gruden. So that being said, do you factor that in to Vic? I'm not acting like, because listen, if we're talking about a better quarterback, then if we're talking that, then McNair was a better quarterback. McNabb, as far as a quarterback, not as an athlete, but as a quarterback.
Yes, they were 1,000,000% all better than him.
Better.
Yes.
But
yes.
For me, I just can't. I can see you putting Matt Ryan over Vic, right? But as far as overrated, I think, in my opinion, and again, you're entitled to yours, I think Vic was who he was. I don't think he was overrated in the sense. Now, if you want to talk real football, like I just said, McNair is better. So many others are better. I mean, hell, Warren Moon, if you really want to get into it.
Warren Moon, he not in the same state as Warren Moon.
Yeah, Warren Moon and even shit.
He's not in the same state as Warren Moon. He's not in the same state. Randall Cunningham got an MVP, and I believe so does Warren Moon.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm getting at. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like Vic is like top 10 quarterback of all time. We're not doing that. Like let's keep it a buck. We're not doing that. But I just think he is who he is, man. I never looked at Vic as like that because so much of his game depended on that run. And the run was because that O-line in Atlanta was terrible, and
the receiving core was
terrible. I never knew him to have.
I'm fine with acknowledging that Atlanta didn't build the greatest team on him. I get that. I'm not saying that, and I think that they figured that out and learned to get it right with Matty Ice. That ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you get to Philadelphia, have one of the greatest coaches of all time in Andy Reid, one of the greatest offensive minds in Andy Reid, you have one of the greatest assemblies of talent around you, and you end up doing what?
Okay.
Throwing
Can I make one point about this before we go forward? I just want to make one point. I promise I'm not trying to make excuses for Vic. I'm just pointing out facts right now. With that Philadelphia team, how much do you factor in this is him fresh from that lockup? Because
he made Pro Bowls there. Not at all.
I was about to say, honestly, I give him the first year.
Him, yes, fine, I give
I give him the first year.
The first year, and obviously, yes, you haven't played football for basically 3 years because you got arrested in the beginning of the 2007 season. And realistically, you haven't played football in 3 years. I get that. That ain't my issue. My issue is you're back in motion, and the most you put up is 3,300 yards with all of that talent around you. Hell no, man. You could never get me 4K. I mean, as far as MVP voting, I mean, don't get me wrong, he's got a decent touchdown to interception ratio with 133-88. But overall, bro, no, man, he cracked 22,000 yards in his career, a 4-time Pro Bowler, never made an All-Pro. He made comeback player of the year, but we know why. And he deserved it, rightfully so. That team was dynamic. But no, bro, I will never in my life ever say that Michael Vick was a great quarterback. No, he was decent. He was all right, but I don't think that he's better than a quarter of the league now.
But I mean,
in his prime.
See,
I think there are many quarterbacks that I would say.
I get what you're saying.
There's many quarterbacks I would take over.
I get what you're saying, dog, and I don't want you to think that I don't. This is just friendly discourse. But I also think like part of that is because the league just changed. Like I think with Vic,
because I ain't gonna lie, Vic in today's league, he's gonna go fucking nuts. I'm sorry,
but
he will go nuts.
I just think the league changed. I think it's so many. I think it's so many quarterbacks that adapt to that run style because of what they saw. Because I mean, again, we're going up based off what we see. And I get what you're saying, but I get what Earl is saying as well. Like, because of that, you've got quarterbacks that can run that have much better accuracy. And that's where Mahomes comes in.
Like Lamar Jackson is eons better than he is as a quarterback. He can throw the ball better. He has better pocket presence. He's faster. And overall, he has a better feel for playing the game of quarterback. That's not to say – now, what he does not have is Vic's deep ball ability. But Lamar is a better passer of the ball. Yes, absolutely. And Lamar is
I do. Yeah.
They're neck and neck for scrambling. But Lamar has the ability to pass the ball. Lamar is one of those cases where he just doesn't have the talent around him to pass the ball like that. But we saw in Louisville and we saw in his rookie year or his second year when he won MVP, that he could really pass the ball really well. The problem with Vic is, Vic, again, you had multiple All-Pros around you and multiple Pro Bowls, and you did what with it? I'm not saying I expect him to go to the dance. That ain't what I'm saying. The NFC was the juggernaut. But no, bro, no. I love Michael Vick to death. He obviously started what we have going on now, but the only true successor to Michael Vick, and Mike Vick wasn't the first running quarterback. He was our
No. He just
but,
he
Warren
revolutionized
Moon would like
it.
to say something. Yeah, he revolutionized it. But I mean, Michael Vick, man, I ain't trying to make it a long tangent, but Vick was a good quarterback. He really was. 4-time Pro Bowler. But, I mean, end of the day, man, no, bro. It wasn't like that. It was all right, but it wasn't like that. And Matt Ryan is eons better than that.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I got a bias when it comes to him because, like I said, that is my favorite quarterback. I ain't gonna say that. And as far as the, the Philadelphia situation, I look at his Philadelphia situation the same way as I look at AI's Denver situation. Niggas just couldn't get it done.
Exactly. And I'm ready to have that honest conversation about Allen Iverson one day, too.
Whoa.
Oh,
See,
bro, nah.
Hold on.
Relax.
Word.
Because Earl, let me tell you something. Reebok had Youngin in the chokehold in the early 2000s. I'm just letting you know, Vic and Iverson. Vic was Nike, but Iverson and Vic was his dogs, bro.
Let me just get the take off.
Here we go.
Because I already know. Let me just get the take off. Look, in the day, I'm not being hot taking. Allen Iverson, the first ballot Hall of Famer. He is one of the 50 greatest players. Fuck 75. If they had to redo the 50 list, he makes the list. You could argue 25, but I can understand why they would say no. My only knock on Allen Iverson is this. He was just a really inefficient scorer. Even at his height, I mean, Isaiah Thomas wasn't that much bigger than him. He just was a really inefficient scorer. That's my only knock on Allen Iverson. He just was not. He was not the scorer. Yeah, he wasn't the scorer that people made him out to be because I thought.
All right.
I didn't know what else was about to go.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna take that somewhere. I can agree with that.
No.
I can agree. With that.
I mean, yeah, it's my thing is if you scored 30 points, but you going 9 of 27 and 9 of 30, that don't impress me.
For sure.
I 100% respect because I think we all can agree with that. But Josh, I promise you, I was going to look at you like this.
What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? That's your man. That's your man.
I was about to kick him off the stream.
Yeah, bro. And I mean, I'm just being honest, man.
Yo, you know your shit.
That's a solid take, man.
We about to treat you like Eddie in the barbershop.
Hey, hold on now. You can't talk about Martin Luther King. You done gone too far now, Eddie. You can't talk about Allen Iverson. You too far.
Just you talking about baby. Man, fuck Jesse Jackson.
Oh,
hey man, this is gonna be the. Hey man, we just gonna cancel the rest of the episode. Like, hey, bro, nah, bro, you know already
go out just like this.
Hey,
Allen Iverson was.
Hey, bro. I was gonna say, bro, you already cost us the Mike Vick interview. You gotta be damned if you cost us.
Those are my views only. Those are my views only. But I'm just being honest, man.
Hey, man, the podcast would have ended like this.
Would you say he's not? You got to come with a better name.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, man.
Hey, listen. Can I put my kufi on real quick?
Oh shit.
Oh shit. You think that? Hey, NFL doing a lot of shit considering a month ago they had a Brian Flores lawsuit.
Oh, I mean, come on now.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
come on now.
I'm just saying.
Come on now.
You gotta make it look good where it look good.
Listen, man. The NFL saw that baseball was bike, and they said, "Hey, bro, we got real quick." They saw baseball's back. They said, "Yeah, but we got to up the antics, dog. We got to keep people interested again." Because man, it was so much going on with baseball, man. Sheesh.
And shout out Vontae. You know he got introduced yesterday. You know he got his jersey and shit. Yeah, you know.
He's a part of the Yankee fandom now?
No, motherfucker. I'm talking about football.
Oh.
I said Devontae.
Oh. I thought.
Hey,
I
why
thought
he
you said
drag out that
Devontae.
motherfucker so long, dude?
Like he drug it out like a motherfucker, bro. I think he had a baby shower though. I think because I want to say his girl was pregnant. He said something about it in the because I'm gonna lie, I watched the interview and everything while I was at work yesterday. He said something about his girl being
Wait, he had
pregnant
a
and
baby
shit.
shower
So
and a press conference on the same day?
no, he did the baby shower a couple of days ago. The trade was finalized and everything.
Oh,
So
I'm about to be
niggas,
like, God
so
damn.
you know, folks thinking
Man was
I ain't gonna lie,
moving.
me, yeah, I would say me. I'm thinking you feel me. I ain't think he gonna be there the same day as Chandler Jones, but maybe the next day or the next 2 days. No, this nigga just got introduced yesterday. He just got his jersey. He just signed his contract yesterday.
Hey man, Devontae was crying in front of Aaron Rodgers like fucking Magic and Isaiah. Like, hey man, like, hey, he looked at Aaron and said, "I told you it was the last dance. I'm out of here. Like, I'm fucking gone." But just to summarize this baseball, what are y'all's expectations for y'all's teams this year? I'll say Nelson, we can go last. Josh, what's your expectations for your team?
I'm a Marlins fan. Enough said.
Hey, Josh, man, we going to some games this year, Josh. I don't want to hear no excuses. We going.
Nah, say less. But yeah, man, I'm a Marlins fan. I'll go there for fun. Go see the park. It's a nice park. But hey, man, they ain't gonna do shit, man.
Hey, Josh, speaking of that park, it's a random crazy Hennessy party I got to tell you about that happens there every year during Basel. We got to talk off air.
Say less.
Tell us too. We got to link up. All right, man. Off air. No. We
gonna talk off air. We gonna talk off air.
Say less.
Josh gonna pay $60, $20 for a ticket, and $40 for the 40 ball.
Whoa! I don't play whoa! Maybe that's the other reggae boy.
The 40. That's the only 40 boy you gonna see in the Marlins Park all year.
Let me just tell you something, man.
Nelson,
That's the other reggae boy who does that.
You slut shaming Nelson? That's crazy.
Hey,
I love slut shaming. Listen, man. Get your money, shorty. I don't shame sex workers.
Listen, Nelson wanted us to pull up on Josh like.
Nigga, did you know that I can see you?
Josh trying to hide in a Manchester United jersey, like, sir.
Hey man, hell nah. But anyway, Earl, your thoughts on the Yankees?
Earl, my thoughts gonna be with yours.
I was about to say my thoughts are with Youngin.
Oh shit.
Look, man, it's like this, bro. At the end of the day, the Yankees formula has been buy a lot of expensive players and hope shit works out and hopefully shit sticks to the wall. And realistically, you can say that they did that in the 2000s, but at the end of the day, the base of that team was farm built with the Jeters and Jorge Posadas and Mariano. Yeah, like you can, at the end of the day, that team had a formula, and then they went and signed players. That ain't what's going on today. So, I really don't know, and I don't even know that we come second in the AL East this year. Maybe, but the Sox look like they're going to be back. The Rays are still cooking. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. But I know that we will have our players back because of the vaccine mandate.
Man, for some broke boys, the Rays play very well.
Hey man, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, Eric Adams, bro. Like, listen, we said this earlier, bro. If you want to do what you want to do with the vaccine, that's your choice. But
bro.
dog, this
fuck
you
Eric
literally
Adams,
wait
bro.
till free agency is over to do this, like,
because he a punk bitch.
Waited till all of these fucking
I'm
moves
gonna
are
keep it
made.
real.
Because he the black. He just Rudy Giuliani. Just
told y'all,
was a
man.
cop. Y'all listen, man. Y'all voted for him.
Hey man,
y'all voted for him.
I mean, listen, man. I'm gonna say this: my Mets are still. We still have talent, so I'm not acting like we don't have talent.
Larry, you being too nice. You motherfuckers better win the NL East.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear shit. The Phillies can't feel the fucking ball. The Braves, they lost. The Braves are the Braves. You motherfuckers better win the fucking division.
You wildin'. I think the Braves coming back.
The Braves. I said the Braves are the Braves. I said the Braves. Fuck the Braves.
It's always fuck the Braves.
It's always fuck the Braves.
Hold on.
It's still motherfucker. Still motherfucker. I wear my Mets shirt every day, and they fucking look at me, and I'm like, yeah, what up? Anyways, yeah.
But let me just give you a little bit of that. So, because it's like that down here too. So like down here, for the most part, older people are either Braves fans or they're Yankee fans. The Marlins, of course, ain't get here till '93. So the
Right.
Braves, they was America's team, bro. So that everywhere, unless you talking about literally, they had baseball wrapped up from Miami all the way to Philly for a
Basically.
long time.
Yeah.
I mean,
So yeah, that shit don't
That's
surprise me at all.
I don't give it. Listen. The Mets. I like the signings. Know what I mean, we got 2 of the top 5 pitchers in baseball. Even though we spent all extra money for one, that's fine. I can live with that because at least we spent money. They didn't do what parents do when they said, "Oh, we got McDonald's." They said, "Nah, we got McDonald's at home." Nah, they spent the money. They got us what we needed.
So I'm gonna see if I can get you connected with Jake DeGrom this year, bro. I'm gonna see if I can get it happen.
Hey man, if Jake DeGrom comes on this podcast, he gonna come in for a culture shock.
Let me see what I can. Nah, man,
Shout
let me tell you
out
something,
Chris Bassett.
I'm gonna tell some Jake DeGrom stories one day, but just know Jake one of the ones, man. He one of the ones. He cool, bro. He cool.
Nah, he look cool as hell.
He cool.
He mind his business. He like a family man.
Hey, man.
But I'm gonna continue to tell y'all, man, that man was not a baseball player. He fronting like
he was a hooper.
player.
He was a hooper.
Jake, you was a hooper. Stop playing. You damn near won state, bro. Stop bullshit.
That boy was a hooper. That boy was a hooper. Now he one of the best pitchers in baseball.
And then he didn't even fucking play pitcher. He was a shortstop.
But shortstop. Yeah,
he was shortstop.
Hey, man.
Jake wasn't no fucking pitcher. Jake was a shortstop and a shooting guard. And now when I say shooting guard, Jake used to shoot the lights out the gym, dog. Trust me.
Jake had the Jimmy?
Bro, Jake used to shoot the lights out of the gym.
Oh,
Trust me when I say. I'm talking a 9 of 12 from 3 games is nothing to him.
Hey man.
Hey man.
Salute to Jeff.
Top 5 pitching baseball, baby.
Hey man, salute to Jake DeGrom, man.
I'm gonna say the best team needs to win that NL East. I'm just gonna put it out there.
I'm with him, and I mean we'll leave it at that. But since we are, talking about Florida right now, let's talk about it.
Fuck both.
Kendall Legend.
Kendall Legend.
Fuck all 3 of them.
All right, Nelson, take a break. We got this one. Hold on, we got this.
Free Mosby, dog.
Hey man, listen, man.
What happened?
Colby Covington was a white did the regular white boy shit and pressed charges or got him arrested.
All right, so
Earl,
I need y'all to tell me about these locations. By the way, so
I don't fuck with Miami Beach.
Apparently,
a lot of people don't really fuck with the beach, but I can tell you about it. Go.
Colby Covington was at Poppy Steakhouse.
Okay, all right.
Never heard of this establishment. Right, that's the first thing that came to my mind. That was the first thing that. Listen, I read that news article and they were like, "Oh, it was at Poppy Steakhouse." I was like, "What?" Like,
hey man.
But hey man,
yeah, it's off of First Street. I know where he was at.
I mean, that's what they like to do, man. Whatever. But all right, he was at that steakhouse. Let's just say that he was at that steakhouse. Fire for that steakhouse. And apparently he was frustrated because Jorge Masvidal knew where he was located, and Masvidal pulls up, gets 2 punches off, and apparently now Colby Covington has a messed up wrist and missing teeth due to those Masvidal punches. And he was seen on TMZ. I can't show the video, but he was seen on TMZ talking to the police. And now Masvidal has been charged with a felony battery charge. Masvidal's reasoning behind all of this was because apparently Colby Covington said something about his kids. So I just want to say
he deserves to get his ass beat.
I'm just saying
case,
you may not like Masvidal and how he acts, but you ain't finna talk about my kids, bro. I don't care if you beat me in a fight. I don't care. Hey, bro, while I'm breathing, you can talk bad about whoever, but leave my kids and my family out your goddamn mouth.
That's a fact.
So
a white man got beat up.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at that, But Yeah, let's stay on this before we go to Conor McGregor. So, Josh, since you are Mr. 305, Mr.
Where is wait? Where is this?
That's
Where is
Pitbull,
this?
man. Whoa,
Where
that's
is,
Pitbull.
Mr. 786, rather.
Dale.
Yeah, Dale.
Wait, is 786 the Jamaica area code?
Actually, that's 876.
No, 786 is one of Miami's area codes.
That's
Like
why
I
I
said, it's
said
a Miami area code.
That's actually
Yeah,
pretty
so
funny
other-
because Puerto Rico's a 787.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Yep. Puerto Rico is 787. Yep.
Yeah, 786 is the other Dade County area code, and 876 is Jamaica's, which is funny. You know what I'm saying?
That is pretty funny.
Yeah. But
You
yeah,
know,
my
so
fault. What's the question?
No, I was gonna say, so what's your thoughts on it, considering that I mean he literally like got this charge now, and now, you know, he has to worry about, you know, just beating this charge and like trying to move forward from this. But I'm not mad at him for doing it though. I don't think he did anything wrong in this, because at the end of the day, you got to protect your kids. But just your thoughts on the whole situation.
Yeah, I didn't know that part till now, but I mean, honestly, considering the school I think he went to, I'm not surprised he moves the way he moves, considering the fact he's MAGA, the way he talks, all this extra shit. I mean, hey, man, you talk about somebody's kids, man, that's what you get, man. You got to get your ass beat. It is what it is, bro. Kobe Covington, stay in Broward, dog.
All right, youngin.
Man.
I love the delayed mind. Like, I love the delayed mind.
Honestly and truthfully, because like I said when we talked on the phone, you feel me? I didn't even read into it, so I just seen that they got into a tussle. You feel me? And that's what I thought it was. Kobe, you a hoe for pressing charges. Why don't you go talk to your boss and y'all get back in the octagon and just take care of y'all business and get paid for doing it? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
All right, and yeah, keep Conor McGregor. So I saw something today that Conor McGregor either got arrested or, let me find this article. So yes, Conor McGregor was arrested for a traffic violation in Ireland, which that's got to be funny as hell that like your country literally, like your king over there, and they still arrested you. So he's arrested for alleged road traffic violations, and all I'm gonna say is keep his ass in there.
Hey, what?
Yeah. Mr. McGregor was driving to the gym when he was stopped by Irish police for alleged road traffic violations.
You want to be down so bad.
Hey man. He saw Monster Dog got locked up. He was like, "Nah, hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Hold my beer, buddy.
Hold my proper 12."
He's fucking gay, man.
Who the fuck does he think he is?
Who the fuck is that guy? Huh? Think he could take my title?
I'm the real Cuban.
Yo, and Connor, you said that you wanted to fight Usman next.
He needs to go one-on-one with the Undertaker.
No, don't say that, because Vince will make it happen. So don't say that.
You're right.
Don't say that.
My bad. He needs to fight Hornswoggle.
No, I don't want to see Conor McGregor anywhere. Like I don't want to see him nowhere. I want to see Conor McGregor in the UFC continue.
You know, I want to see Conor McGregor fight Nia Jax, because he'll actually get hit.
All right. So that being said, no. But before we go on, like I said earlier, any restaurant that's called Poppy Steakhouse, you know,
who runs that steakhouse?
I don't know, man, but you know,
them people from that one island in the Caribbean, most likely. You
know
the one.
Them people.
I'm not saying the one. You can figure out which one.
All right, man.
I'm trying to. Well, we know that, but you know.
All right, so we said we need to definitely protect women and children. So I'm gonna make this brief and quick, because y'all know I gave my whole soliloquy. Y'all know how I feel about this, but the people don't know, so I'm just gonna say this and I'll let y'all go. with this whole Latto situation.
Hey, y'all want to laugh real quick before we get to Latto? I'm so sorry. The person who was Poppy Steakhouse is actually a white Jewish man. We'll continue.
That also sounds about right.
Yeah, Dave Grubman.
Okay.
Huh.
Leave it at that. Huh. All right. Latto. This is my whole thing with this whole Latto situation. I feel bad for any woman that has to go through any harassment, mistreatment of any kind. Let me go ahead and start that out that way. So prayers up for Latto. This whole situation is sick because this has gone from a radio interview clip to basically this album's rollout. And now we have 6 men in a fucking whodunit movie case. Like, who was the nasty man? Like, this is like a James Bond film of just nastiness. Like, who did it? Like, I get the Kodak shit because Kodak has done wild ass shit in the past. Especially the last couple of years, Kodak has just been on a fucking tangent. Like, if there was a Scaring the Hoes poster, it would be Kodak's face right there. Like, and it would be variants of Kodak. It'd be like No Flocking Kodak, Yellow Dreads Kodak, Kodak now. It'd be like
Island Boy
Kodak. Like, all variations of Kodak.
Kodak is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it would be all Kodak. Gold fronts with the sniper gang chain, all that. But in this particular situation, I just think it's crazy because she did not name who it was. And now if we find out like, oh, it was Sway Lee or something, then now people got egg on their face. So I'm not blaming people for assuming that, but I will say this: you have to speak, especially in today's times, you have to speak on what you know. You feel me? And I know that Kodak has had a history of this shit, but until we get out of her mouth, from her camp, from people basically confirming it was Kodak, we can't say it was Kodak because we don't know if it was Childish Gambino. We don't know if it was Sway Lee. We don't know if it was Lil Wayne. Who else is on there? 21.
I would venture to say I would rule out Wayne.
I would, but see, that's the thing. You don't know. You don't know.
So you're right. You're right.
You would think it wouldn't be 21 Savage, but again, as we saw with the Megan and Tory situation, shit can change in one day. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know who it could be. So that's my whole thing on this situation. Like, again, I have a mother, I have a sister, I have women in my family. I'm really like the only dude in my family, if you want to keep it a buck. So I, of course, respect women, you know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy because we don't know if this was Kodak. Now, again, Kodak recently was out there scaring the hoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was out there scaring Dream Doll. He was out there doing the most.
Yeah,
like
he was. But what I will say is this: in this kind of,
climate,
man, it's the climate. And unfortunately, man, there's so many different ways we can take this conversation because it could get into: are you guilty by, just? Are you guilty because your name was brought up in something? Are you guilty because you're charged with something? Are you guilty because you're accused of something? Like, I will say that we have gotten to the point as a society where the mentioning of your name automatically provides guilt, right? And that's a dangerous place to be, especially for Black and brown people, especially for that. Because what often happens is we end up with high profile and low profile cases of, just your name being associated with something like this. It ends up being that you're guilty. I'm not going to call out any athletes or entertainers, but at the end of the day, we have had rulings without rulings and people assuming guilt without guilt. And the same kind of goes here. Because Kodak has had a sketchy cast of accusations, he's culprit number one. But it end up typically, real niggas know, it end up typically being them quiet ones that you think you can trust. They be the creepy motherfuckers. It be the motherfuckers that be stalking Diamond on her way home after she done stripping. Talking about Diamond, I just want to love you. It end up being them type motherfuckers. So does a Childish Gambino fit the criteria? Maybe.
And that's what I'm saying, my G. This is all like it's nasty, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off like this, but it's nasty. Like I've seen people coming at the woodwork saying it's either Kodak or Nardo Wick because they're the most street of the bunch. And it's
and being a predator don't make you street. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
It don't.
Exactly.
It don't. Now on the flip, Latto should have the space to be able to speak on that because that kind of shit does happen more than just in Latto's space. It happens in athletics. It happens in acting. It happens in getting promoted to being a fucking manager somewhere. It happens.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, you good. But at the same time, I do think that it is unfair if you didn't do it or you have not been flat out pointed out. We shouldn't just assume guilt on somebody. And even if you're pointed out, you should be allowed to have time to defend yourself.
So this is why this is even the sickest thing to me because, like I said, it's an album coming out behind this. This is disgusting, bro. Like, let me just say this because I said I'll keep this brief, man. If you decide to do this is okay, 100% because we need to know. Expose these motherfuckers. Like, call it out for it is. But step all the way out there. And if you're not willing to step out there, I'm a man. And you know what I'm saying? Who am I to tell another woman, you know what I'm saying, what to do, when to say it, whatever. Y'all know my favorite saying.
I say all men should stay out of women business because that's women business. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all know my favorite saying. But
100%.
Like tell somebody who don't give a fuck. Because now 6 men have to deal with allegations and all this bullshit. Like 5 of them didn't do anything. If her story checks out, 5 of them didn't do shit, but just go to a studio and record a song. And now they got to deal with, people in this whole climate, like Earl was mentioning just a moment ago. So that's my whole thing on this. Like, I feel bad for Latto because now her album will forever be associated with this bullshit. Like, people are literally going to be listening to these songs talking about, oh, well, she was right. This song is hard. Like, she did need to keep this. And that's my other issue. The fact that she felt like she had to keep this song. Like, if you're that dope and that talented, which y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not just going to listen to Latto, but 95% of her songs about herself, right? So why do you need this nasty motherfucker on your song? And that's a bigger and deeper issue. We would be here all night talking about that shit, but I just want to say protect women. And, this is prayers up for Latto. I'll just say that. And y'all, whoever wants to go next, y'all go.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man, I get why people are assuming it's Kodak. Y'all are right. We shouldn't really assume. I don't know, man. This whole tricky-ass conversation, I feel like she should just say who it is, but I get that it's already hard enough for her as a woman to just mention this shit regardless. So, I don't know, man. If it's not Kodak, as much as I'm not a fan of the dude, like, I don't know, like, Broward shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be joking with that shit, like, but I'm being, like, all the way serious right now. Like, you gotta apologize to him. Because, I mean, honestly, it could be anybody, man. It could be Wayne, it could be Gambino, it could be 21. We don't know. We honestly don't fucking know. And yeah, man.
But should she apologize to him if she never inferred that it was him? That's another.
No.
Like,
She don't need to. Not her. Not her.
Bitch ass.
Not her.
Because at the end of the day,
she's victim. Fuck that.
Number one. Number two, I don't know what radio station this was, Power or whatever, like Big Boy, whatever. This is Big Boy's Morning Show. They're the ones that released this clip. This went viral based off of that one clip coming out. So at the end of the day, she's not wrong for saying anything. You know what I'm saying? This is, and I don't think she has to go into a whole, you're not saying this, Earl. I'm just going to say it. She doesn't need to go into a whole court process or none of that shit just to call a motherfucker out for being nasty. Like, I don't believe in this type of situation. You need to do that. But just in general, it's on the culture for automatically going to Kodak and being like, it was you, it was you, it was you. Like, we're seeing like, again, we're speaking on shit that we don't know about. I mean, another Florida situation, the YNW Melly shit. Now, it looks like, okay, he did that shit, right? But I wasn't there that night. And if the court finds out that he didn't do it, now you got the whole world being like, damn, like, you know, granted, he did not help himself out with that fucking song. Let's just get that out the way. But I do want to state that's another example. It's many examples of motherfuckers getting accused for shit without no proof. And that's all I'm saying, man. Until proof is found, just keep your prayers up for Latto. Because this is her biggest project to date. It's her first album. She's got to deal with all this shit. You don't know what type of mental space she's in right now. You feel me? So,
and Larry, if I could, you know, I want to make sure I say something on behalf of myself, and this is not a reflection of Show Your Word Network. You know, as far as the Melly situation, right? I'm not one to ever assume. That nigga did that shit, man. I'm just going to
Bro, you are lucky as fuck. I don't have that 50 Cent guilty. He did that shit.
That nigga did that shit.
No, I get what you're saying, though. But I agree with you. I'm just saying, in hip hop in general, there have been like, okay. All right. I know Josh is gonna laugh at this, but when Triple X died, right? What was that dude's name? What was the dude's name that they had his location? They were like, he was right down the street from him or whatever. What's the rapper's name?
Fuck.
But y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
forgot his name. I forgot his name, but I remember.
Yeah, we ain't gotta talk about that.
Okay, but my point is, in that situation, bro, they said it was him and it wasn't him. You feel me? That's just my point. Like, we can't be accusing motherfuckers until we actually got proof, man. That's all I'm saying, man. So,
and let me tell you something. I know that street very, very well. That's damn near the crib. Trust me. That shit was a wild time.
Yeah. No, I mean, that was a wild time when that all happened. And it was
I don't know how I feel about that nigga, man. Fuck that nigga.
No. I mean, we already know what time it is with that. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm just saying in general, man, like, niggas was putting that on that one dude and it wasn't him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ended up legitimately not being him. And it all was because it was like, oh, he was like down the street. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, it was just crazy how all that turned out. And I'm glad that they were able to straighten that out, because had niggas just gone with,
Chloe just mentioned that Soldier Kid.
I was trying to find the name. Yeah.
Thank you, Chloe.
Thank you, Chloe. Because I couldn't remember his name for shit. But yeah, man. So another topic.
I was gonna say though real quick, because I know y'all were kind of getting to it, but here's the thing. Because my view on one part of it is that, like, hit dogs holler. So he didn't really have to tweet all that. On the other side of it, there is speculation that supposedly there is like a couple of songs that were supposed to have a feature or two, and they were taken off, and people were thinking maybe she said it and they changed the name of the song or something. But I just think regardless, like, it's just, I understand she was being honest about it, so I don't blame her, but it just sucks that like y'all said, like it's gonna get marred by, well, who's the person who did what they did, and and she got pressured either by her team or the label to keep that song. And the problem is that is a common thing with women in the music industry, where they either have to, they have to do some, they have to do some change for some change. In the words of Mike Epps. I mean, shit. I even went to a concert where I found out 2 hours later, like, X person didn't perform because of something that another artist did. I mean, I'll bring it up. The Meek Mill
You know,
situation
saying
where,
Meek Mill with Shorty.
what's it, Melly?
Melly,
That
yeah.
alleged situation was that because they were in New York, and then she didn't even come out, and she's from New York, and everybody was like, and then come out 2 hours later, or like the day out, like damn near the day, 3 hours, 2-3 hours after the concert, something came out that supposedly, that's been something that's been brewing, and it kind of hit its peak. But like, regardless, it's a weird situation. It just sucks that, like, I hope it's not getting spun into a marketing tactic, because that shit is nasty.
No, it's too late for that. It's already happening, bro.
But
like,
that shit is just so fucking nasty, bro.
But
Like,
this is my whole thing about it, man. And I'm gonna leave, and we can go to the next topic, because there's another protect women topic we need to talk about. Y'all motherfuckers post everything on the goddamn planet. Y'all post when motherfuckers is at the steakhouse. Y'all post when a motherfucker is at the grocery store. Somebody not named Latto, please speak the fuck up and say who didn't do shit, please. Like, because at the end of the day, I'm sorry. Like, granted, everybody has their favorites and people look over shit. You know what I'm saying? When artists do shit. Do you know how fucking hurt I would be to find out that Lil Wayne did this shit? Like, do you, like, bruh, like, I was already like, all right, Wayne was bullshitting with the MAGA shit, but he had to get out of jail, whatever, right? Still his fault, but whatever. But to add like sexual deviant to that shit, like, come on, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this ain't no, like, oh, somebody took some money from you. Money can be gotten back. This is some shit that lasts with you forever. So this ain't no shit to just throw out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want confirmation of who this is. So whoever did this shit can get the embarrassment and the shame they deserve for doing that. You feel me? So, and if it's not Kodak, it's not Kodak. If it is Kodak, fuck them. Like, it is what it is. So,
it's just fucking nasty all around.
All
like,
around.
Shit is just so weird, bro. Like, just go do your music and dip. Like, you got doing this weird ass shit. Like, that shit is so.
Yeah. All right. And again, we while we're here, fuck it. Like, another one where it's like, man,
hey man.
I'm gonna let you and Josh take the floor for that one.
All right. So if you didn't know, basically, Bad Bunny has a song called Safaera. It's on the title. It was on his last album. Basically, it has, who is on that song? It's Joel and Randy, who's a duo who they've been around for 15 plus years, I would say. I mean, their biggest song was like, I want to say their biggest, but one of the biggest was 06, 07. So they've been around for a little while. This other dude named Nyango Flow, and that's it, right? I'll be forgetting, bro. I listened to that song so many times.
Trey, check the private chat real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, it's Bad Bunny. Randy,
all right. Yeah. So.
And yeah, that's it.
So basically, if you haven't heard the songs, Chloe,
I'm
right?
chilling for real.
You heard all the songs, but basically, it's basically a callback to the older reggaeton, which we'll get into eventually one day. Where that's how they did their songs. They were sampling a lot of older stuff. Sampling a lot of older songs, sampling wherever it was out, and it's basically a callback to the mixtape era and the compilation era of that time. So, one of the songs, I mean, they sample "Could You Be Loved" by Bob Marley. They sample the sample for Peanuts, No Escaping This. I don't remember the name of the sample. It's escaping my head. But long story short, there are 6 writers. They're technically, and I think 15 people are credited for the song in total, with the producer, who's DJ Orma, and then all the writers, because obviously when you do sampling, most samples get writing credits. So Long story short, the song samples "Get Your Freak On" by Missy Elliott in certain parts, and there was somebody explained how that song is so popular, and Missy Elliott takes all the money. Then Joel of Joel and Randy went on an interview talking about how basically, she took all the money for the song. How could she? It's not a sample. We just played it, and it's like, bro. First of all, this is what pisses me off. You've been fucking doing this for almost. We're in 2002. Their first big song was 2006, 2007, I would say. So they've probably been making music, give or take 2 or 3 years before then, probably doing random mixtape appearances. So for somebody like you, who's been doing this for 15 fucking years, and mind you, you didn't keep the same energy for any of the other people who sampled, because you sampled Bob Marley. I wonder how Bob Marley's estate's getting from that song. I wonder how much some of the other people are getting money from that song, because y'all sampled a bunch of people. Maybe because they did sample some older reggaeton songs, maybe some of those artists gave them, the Puerto Rican credit and said, all right, we're not going to charge you as much. But it's still crazy how out of all the people, like, it's Missy Elliott, and out of all the people you're going to say about Missy Elliott, you're going to call her, like, Cabrona and all that other shit. As a Puerto Rican, right, and I'm going to say this for people who, it's like, that's like a term of endearment. Like, it's a curse word, but also a term of endearment amongst Puerto Ricans. Like, if you heard Bad Bunny and Damian Priest call each other that on WWE TV, because that's like a term of endearment at the same time. It's like when people in New Orleans call each other bitch, which is weird to me, but I'm like, you know what? But that's a thing there.
Man, y'all hear me and Young call each other motherfucker all the time.
Motherfucker, yeah, like it's that, but just in the Spanish dialect. But the fact that you go, listen, I understand Molusco's like one of the bigger Puerto Rican interviewers. That's fine. But you already know, bro. You're going to name her. You're going to say that word. People are going to find out what that word means. And then it turns into a whole discourse because you got mad and then say you only got 1% of the song and that she has 99% of it, which is completely, totally untrue. And shows that you don't know what the fuck your business person is because your business team is terrible. Whoever negotiated that sample, I don't know who's Bad Bunny's manager. I don't know what's going on, but they were terrible with that. And everybody's a little too silent. And then you got people trying to bash Missy Elliott when Missy Elliott's like, well, what's she say on that song? Copywritten, so don't copy me. Then Joel, then he kept going on, get like whatever, fuck her, she took the money. And then she clapped at him like, yo, I only got 20, mind you, I only got 25%, and there's about 15 writers on that thing. So I don't know what your share was, but that's what's going on with that shit. So leave me out of it, whatever. Of course, he said that I'm sorry. Then there were people who were actually defending him, which is fucking stupid, and they have no sense of how the music industry works. This is not 2000. This is not 1998. This is not the Playero tape era. Foreshadowing for that episode, but it's not that era where you could just sample shit and put it out and think you're gonna get away with it, bro. It's mad clear that song was getting sampled. How Bad Bunny, and maybe I'll put some blame on Bad Bunny a little bit, or the producer or any of those team. The team does not even try to get that rectified before the song even comes out, or maybe it started to make money and then it got to Missy. I don't know how that process worked, but like the fact that, and it happens a lot with some artists too, like in that genre. I'm like, bro, like y'all don't, your business mindset is like god awful. Like the Puerto Rican charm does not work for everybody. You're not gonna get your sample cut cleared. That's not how this shit works. And I just don't like how you came at a woman artist, but meanwhile, a artist was a woman, but meanwhile, you sampled a bunch of other motherfuckers and they ain't say the same thing. So I thought it was nasty. And it also pissed me off that actual people were defending Joel, like, yeah, fuck Missy Elliott, fuck that, whatever. I'm like, yo, y'all are fucking stupid. Y'all don't know shit. But
I'm gonna give 30 seconds, and then Josh, I'm gonna let you go. So there's a golden rule with producers, and it's 2 things. One, you don't sample snitch. So that's number 1. But the thing is, what comes with that, number 2, is if you get caught, you get caught. Like it just is what it is. Like,
But dog, out of all this, like,
but
bro,
no, hold on. So that's my
come on,
point.
bro.
So I'm not defending them at all because I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying. So the fact that you sampled Missy Elliott, which this isn't like this is some 1960s vinyl that you found in a dusty crate, you know what I'm saying, somewhere and paid $1 for it, and you were like, ooh, this is the one. It's like Missy Elliott's biggest song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit's played in commercials and all that. And the thing is, if you don't get that cleared, you can't put that out because now you're gonna get sued. So I mean, that's just what it boils down to. And I mean, you know, I don't have the drop, man, but you wrong, man. You're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
You know what pissed me off about it too is like, and I said people were defending. It wasn't just people. It was actually Puerto Rican people, and I'm like, yo, I fucking like. Oh my fucking god, bro! Like it boiled my blood because I'm like, bro, y'all motherfuckers are stupid, bro.
Hey man,
like, it just annoyed me because I'm just like, dude, like, and like funny enough because even before, because I was saying people, I said my girl said, and I had to just reiterate that because I slipped out and I shouldn't have said that initially, but I'm just seeing people and I'm like, do y'all understand? Like, that's like the most easiest, most fundamental, elementary thing of music is like sampling. Like,
yeah, Josh, you got anything on this, man?
I mean, hey man, low key came off as like kind of sexist, kind of racismo. I mean, a little bit, because I mean it's a little bit unnecessary. Nelson is right though. Like, yeah, it is a term of endearment among Puerto Ricans. You feel me? I mean, not the worst term of endearment I've heard from some Hispanic people. Shout out to shout out to my Colombians, man. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
I mean,
man. My fault.
No,
listen,
go ahead,
man.
man.
At the end of the day, real quick, and I'm sorry to just budge in, but
now you're good.
Remember, let's. What is the name of this genre? And what are the first 6 letters of this genre? And where did it come from?
Reggae, dancehall.
Which came from like
you know
this came from. We're gonna go back to that root one day, but
Soon
just
come.
remember that. And I'm sorry. Listen, man. What the people I saw defending it were definitely I know black Hispanics.
Huh.
And Latin people. No, I'm
no,
being
I know.
I know.
We know. We're just saying.
We're gonna dig into the history one day, but
like you don't say.
I think people tend to forget. Like, look at the first 6 letters of the name of the genre, and if you really go into it, and I'm gonna save the analogy I was about to say, but I'll save it for that episode. But it goes. It didn't start in Puerto Rico. I mean, the name got originated in Puerto Rico, and the one guy who made the name is retiring this year, which is fucking wild to me. But
shout out to Daddy Yankee.
Shout out to Daddy Yankee.
Catch that tour.
You're a legend.
I'm going on that tour.
I need a Latin woman to go with.
Man, like you found one. But I mean, like, yeah, it like started like it's crazy how like you say all like these people were saying that, but it's like you know, you may not know the history, but look at the first 6 letters of that name and where did it come from? Like, hello, like, but this is just another day of the same tired thing. And I say tired as in like not that I tolerate it. I don't tolerate it, but it's the same tired thing of every fucking day. We find out something new that, you know, because Latinos came from African culture. Like, there was a slave trade and, you know, they were dumped into different parts and mixing. And, you know, we could go into that history too, but, you know, we don't want to give you too much of a history lesson. It is necessary, but I think people forget that even if you're still a Hispanic of European descent, like we're made of that. Like, motherfuckers just every fucking day is something new where it's like they try to just like whitewash everything or try to I know black their way out of this, and it's like, bro, stop. But That's another situation. I could talk about that for another hour. I refuse to though, because it's a Wednesday night. And man, fuck y'all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, there we go. That's all it needs. Sometimes it's just a simple fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That's all it takes.
Fuck them. That's why.
So you know what? I had the clip queued up earlier, man. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to do it to him, but
Bitch ass white boy.
Oh man. Youngin, have you? I know you don't keep up with this, but you fucked with Jeff Hardy, right? As a youngster.
Yeah. What's going on?
Gotta get rid of them shirts, bro.
Listen,
gotta get rid of them.
I ain't never had one, so shit.
I know you didn't, but I'm just saying in general.
I don't know, bro.
I can't do it, bro. This hurts, man. This for the record.
What happened?
Yeah, I'm about to move. I'm literally about to have to go in the back of the closet for a little while.
All right, man. Fire for that.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Let me breathe.
All right, man.
Hey, man, let me breathe.
So,
You're gonna let me land the plane.
All right.
Nothing.
So I'm gonna explain this for everybody. So Jeff Hardy, I'm trying to think of somebody. Okay, Jeff Hardy, like his North Carolina cohorts, since him and Matt Hardy are the North Carolina tag team, you know, like Casey and JoJo, right? You keep giving these motherfuckers chance after chance after chance after chance. And this time, it looked like Jeff was on the straight path. You know what I'm saying? Jeff wasn't drunk or high. You know, it looked like he was controlling himself. So a few months ago, we talked about it on Show Your Work, like Jeff got released by the WWE. The reason he got released was because he just left during the middle of the show. So, you know, obviously, if you just see somebody just get up and leave, you like, bro, you high? Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, he left during the middle of a match, right? So it's like, what's going on? Come to find out, Jeff just said, fuck it. I'm just going to quit. And he ended up leaving. But obviously, with his past, it's like, oh, you know, Jeff, we got to drug test you. And there was a whole big debacle about that. Mm-hmm. So it just really came out that Jeff just wanted to leave and go be with his brother in AEW. So now it's like, bruh, listen, man. Now he's done this whole interview where he's talking about, you know, how I didn't like where I was at and everything. And I get it, bro. You know, who am I to tell somebody how to quit their job, right?
Right.
But at the same time, if we're on a construction site and I need you for the forklift and you got the forklift 20 feet in the fucking air, don't cut the forklift off and then hop off and be like, all right, I'll catch y'all later.
I'll catch y'all in a minute.
That is a great analogy. That's
a
wonderful analogy.
Bro, I'm
wonderful.
Throw a brick at that motherfucker.
25 minutes in the fucking, like 25 feet in the air, talking about, yeah, man, you know what? This just ain't for me. Like, nigga, why did you even come to work? Like, and listen, man, we're not gonna give y'all wrestling dweebs no attention. We're just gonna speak from our experience on this shit. And that's all we can do anyway. Man,
that was some bullshit.
Pretty soon, me and Nelson gonna have the space to talk about this in more detail. That's coming soon. But dog, all I'm gonna say is this, bro. Keep that same motherfucking energy for everybody, bro. Like, one thing about it, and I'm gonna let Nell go because this is normally Nell will give y'all the rant. This is me giving y'all the rant this week. Fuck it, I've had enough. Listen, man. If you are mad about what you're doing, like where you're at, right? And this is my problem with a lot of these motherfuckers. Grow some nuts and say some shit. Because we have seen in interviews, history, every time Vince McMahon opens his mouth, it's always the people that call Vince out that get the farthest. But if you are cool with sitting and catering, if you're cool with, you know, getting this name change, getting this gimmick change, then don't be mad when you don't speak up for yourself. And Jeff Hardy is complaining like he was just in the dirt or something like that. Like, motherfuckers went through all that shit to clear his music, pushing all this merch. Like, we're not gonna sit here and act like Jeff Hardy was not as big as Triple H, all these other motherfuckers in the early 2000s, because the Hardy Boys were them guys. Like, let's keep it a buck.
Yeah, man, that shit was weird too. Listen, no, I'm against it. My bad. Like, go ahead.
No, you good. I'm just gonna end it off by saying this. Like, this is why I give a motherfucker like a Sami Zayn credit, because Sami Zayn, right, prior to WWE, El Generico, one of the greatest wrestlers on the planet, still a great wrestler, right? And he could have complained his ass off about this gimmick that he's doing right now, right? But you know what? He is milking it, like milking it to the ground. Like, he understands, like, it's either don't be on WrestleMania or whoop Johnny Knoxville's ass all across Dallas. I'm gonna whoop Johnny Knoxville's ass. You feel me? Kevin Owens. Y'all niggas wanted Kevin Owens to go to AEW and kick it with his homeboys. Now Kevin Owens is gonna fight fucking Stone Cold in Dallas, Texas, dog. It don't get no bigger than that.
And y'all still bitching about that shit. Y'all motherfuckers are stupid.
Rollins calls y'all broke boys every chance he gets, and now he's about to have a stupendous moment
with Dusty's son, Bubba.
Like, it's
hard times.
Hard times, baby. Hey, Vince. I told you, I told you. I know I ain't here no more. Give my son a chance.
You know what Dusty Rhodes talk like? He sound like the Jamie Foxx interlude when he talking before slow jams come on. hey, Kanye, man, it's Fox, man. You know what I'm saying? They in the club,
Hey, Vince, Bubba, give my son a chance.
He taking ad to 9,200 songs in a row. They all fast and shit.
He realized his water. He realized his wrongs, baby. Just give him one more chance. It's Dallas, baby.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, I mean, what are we?
You back home, baby.
You back home. What are we complaining about? Like, you know what I mean? That's my thing about about Jeff Hardy, dog. Like, don't quit on the goddamn job, man. Have some fucking decency, man. Be a man, dog. Like, imagine you in a tag team match and this motherfucker just leaves, bro. You be like, man, what the fuck, bro? Bro, Drew McIntyre should whoop his motherfucking ass for that shit, bro.
Should have fucking Claymored the Jinko jeans off him.
Yo, all right.
Hey, listen, man.
Your time to shine now.
I hate to have to do this to one of my favorite wrestlers all the time, but
this shit hurts. This is the guy, bro. Like bro. Like I said about Casey and JoJo, like, we gave, how many years have we given Jeff chances? Like almost 20 years now. Like 20 years of this shit? Like, bruh.
Jeff.
You're fucking dweeb.
Bruh. How? Like, you know what? It boggles my mind, right? And I might put my tinfoil hat on for this one, too, because I did say this. I said this the week before all this happened, right? When Jeff Hardy was down bad, he was dealing with his drug issues and getting arrested, and addiction is a disease, and I understand that. You know who wasn't all up in the videos, right?
Who?
His fucking brother.
Yeah, bro.
Now, hold on. And now that this shit happened, like, why is Matt all up in the videos? That shit don't make sense to me.
Cause Matt,
it does make sense to me.
Shit, bro. It
does make sense to me, but it doesn't, because when Jeff was dealing with them drugs, and getting into all types of trouble and all type of shit happening, you was dropping one tweet, maybe one tweet every other week. Your wife, your wife who. His wife may be part of I Know Black community either. Shout out to my girl for mentioning that too, because like my mind is so scattered. She was mentioning what I was trying to say, but I want to say too much without giving away too much of what's to come. Y'all know what we're talking about, but yeah, about the reggaeton stuff. I mean, so shout out to my girl, but like, is Jeff's wife? Like, bro, there's too much going on around everything that made me look a little weird about stuff. Because when Jeff actually was going through shit, it was very ho-hum. It was very quiet. It was like, yo, listen, he's doing what he's dealing with. You know what I mean? He's just going to be home for a bit. We're going to have him chill, sit down, sit in the crib, play with the kids. be a family man, word to Guile, and he'll be back in a little while. But a lot of this like weird circus, like Matt Hardy being all up in the videos, like having him on Twitch every fucking week. Then he's like, fuck WWE. Then he's basically announcing that he's gonna wrestle with AEW, even though he technically isn't supposed to, and was teetering along the lines of that. Like, and then to find out that he didn't actually have a drug test or nothing, they basically did it as a kind of like okay, if you need a rest, go home. Like, we'll help you out here. And then you like, do I think, okay, I'll say this to it. There is two wrongs to this. Do I think WWE shouldn't have made it seem like he dealt with a drug issue or he needed rehab? Yeah. But at the same time, you're fucking Jeff Hardy, bro. You've been wrestling for almost 30 fucking years in that company.
Bro,
you were about to be in a fucking program with Roman Reigns.
Nelson, let me tell you something
Wait, no. Hold on. Like, I'm sorry. Just let me land the plane real quick. And I'm gonna go after you done. Bro, you were about to have a program with Roman fucking Reigns. You were teasing that for 2 fucking months. You were teasing that. But tell me I'm wrong. We're leading. We're going along the timeline. You were teasing about the Roman Reigns thing for 2 months. I feel great. I feel this. I feel that. I'm doing this. I'm doing the 24/7 title because fuck it. I'm getting paid. Like, I'm on my pension and I'm just going to be a company man. And then 2 months later, it's like, oh, I'm just going to walk out and look dazed and sign autographs and fuck WWE. So what the fuck happened, bro? You Jeff fucking Hardy. You're not fucking No Way Jose. Motherfucker, you have a say.
Hey, man.
What did you do? What are we doing here, bro? You were about to be in a program with the most fucking popular wrestler in the fucking world right now.
Hey, man,
you pitching? And you leave to go wrestle with these dweebs? You want to go wrestle Private Party? And fucking Max Cassidy, your fucking bum ass brother?
Let him go.
Fuck out of here with that bullshit. I don't want to hear that fucking shit,
this is
man.
what I want to say.
This is some fucking bullshit, bro. Jeff, you a fucking dweeb, bro. I don't want, bro. I swear, bro. I don't want Jeff. Vince, lock the fucking doors, bro. Then you want to say, oh, they offered me a Hall of Fame, but it was a fucking insult. Yeah, that might have been an insult, but you know what? You should have took that as, you know what, Jeff? You fucked up. Maybe I should stop going on Twitch. You don't even go on fucking Twitch, bro. You paint your face for 5 seconds on Instagram. Who the fuck told you how to use Twitch? Bro, stop talking to your brother. Your brother almost died 6 months ago. I don't know.
Stop talking to your brother.
I don't know if the CTE juice from your brother seeped into his brain like a symbiote from that fall from Sammy Guevara. I don't know what the fuck happened. But goddamn, bro, what the fuck, Jeff? What are you, bro? I don't know if the long-term effects of them drugs got to you. I don't, bro. And you know what? That was kind of fucked up. I shouldn't have said that.
No, because all I was trying to say earlier was, Nelson, you can't. If you know somebody has junky behaviors, you're gonna always treat them like that. Unfortunately, like, you don't know what this motherfucker's gonna do.
Listen. I'm not gonna be that type of person who, because like there was some cast like, oh, Jeff Hardy wasn't as big. I'm not doing that shit because now we just gonna sit here and fucking lie, which most of you motherfuckers like to do on Twitter. But it's another discussion for another day. I am gonna say this though. I've seen a lot of people tweeting about this, who weren't tweeting about this Jeff Hardy shit, who were tweeting a lot of shit when Tony Storm said, listen, I'm just going to go home. I'm going to finish this match. I want to fly back to Australia and start our OnlyFans. Y'all was acting real weird when she wanted to go do that. At least Tony Storm finished the match and told them.
Hey, man.
At least Tony Storm finished the match.
That's what I was going to say. Hey, man, Christian came out for that Royal Rumble. He said, oh, this is what y'all going to do with me? All right, I'm going to go out, bro. But I love y'all still, but I'm gone. At least Christian was like, all right,
But Larry, Tony Storm finished the match. Jeff Hardy couldn't even finish the bitch. But you couldn't take a fucking, who was he wrestling that night?
Bruh, it was I think it was like Baron Corbin and Riddick Moss.
You couldn't take a deep six? That's the safest fucking finisher. You couldn't just take a deep six and go home? Pause. Hey yo.
Fire burn.
Fire burn.
Or what's his other finisher? Whatever that, you could have taken a German suplex and went home. Something, bro. But you fucking did the exit state, bro. You fucking did the You press L1 to get out the ring and your controller broke, and then you ain't come back. And then the fact that people are defending it, bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I'm making $1 million or $1. If we in the middle of doing something and you fucking leave, fuck you. Drew McIntyre should have fucking stuck that sword up his ass for what he did, bro. Cause that was some bullshit.
Hey, yo!
And then you gotta make Rey Mysterio go out there the next night. Company man Rey Mysterio. You think Rey Mysterio would do that shit ever?
Hey, man.
You think Rey Mysterio would do that shit? No, Rey Mysterio go to Vince McMahon. Hey, I don't like what's going on. And Vince would be like, you know what? You're right, Ray. You've been wrestling here for 20 years. I got you. Don't you worry about that. But nah, you want to just leave exit stage right and go on Twitch and just, you won't even talk on Twitch like, bro, you don't even talk like that in general.
So he pulled in Antonio Brown, basically.
I think so.
Oh, he pulled a worse. This shit was worse
No,
than AB,
it was worse
bro.
than
This shit
Antonio
was
Brown,
worse
bro.
than AB, bro.
And then you got your brother putting a battery in your back. Bro, your brother got CTE. Why are you listening to him?
And I thought I was harsh.
Bro, did you see how he felt in that Sammy Guevara match?
Man. Listen, man.
Bro,
Hey, man.
Bro, his spine was doing the woo walk when he fell on his back.
Hey, man. Listen.
Fuck is y'all talking, bro? Jeff Hardy, man, you a fucking dweeb, bro. I'm sorry. But listen, when I packed my shirts, bro, them Jeff Hardy shirts is going somewhere else. I'm not wearing the Jeff Hardy shirt for a while, bro. Because this shit genuinely pissed me off. I'm sorry I ranted for 10 minutes, guys. Let's go to the last topic.
Get my guy an Edge and Christian shirt ASAP.
Hey.
All right.
Matt Hardy, you looking down.
Doubt that,
you looking down on your bed when life is over, bro.
Earl, what'd you say, bro?
If there's any doubt that Nelson was going to be a hell of a parent to deal with a PTA meeting, boy, I tell you, boy.
Woo!
Boy,
when I get a kid, it's a fucking rap, bro. I'm fighting for everything.
Nell coming through with the bullshit, man. All right, man.
Listen, man.
All right, so
I'm gonna say just keep the same energy, man. I mean, like y'all wrestlers, I know y'all wrestling fans don't get women. Y'all know how to talk to women, but keep the same energy I did for Tony Storm, I did for Jeff Hardy. But y'all haven't, so it's okay. Y'all just mad because a woman can finish her match and go home and start an OnlyFans and you can't. You just gonna eat Cheetos and Mountain Dew and put it all over your shirt. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Shout out Tony Storm.
All right, so let's end
Tony Storm. Yeah,
let's end this on a fun topic then. You know, like listen this on a fun one.
that Jeff Hardy topic was something in the way. Let's get to this Batman shit.
Hey man. All right, man.
Look at that transition.
All right. We're gonna start this talk at 2 hours and 17 minutes. If you still haven't watched this movie, you can skip it by then. It's been a few weeks now. Hold on, it's been a few weeks, but as we know, life is life, bruh. So we appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all. Follow, like, subscribe, all that, and peace. This is the greatest goddamn movie I've seen in my life, dog. Bruh, let's talk about this shit, bruh. I don't want
Hey, man.
Say
the Batman, man.
Hold on.
Bruce Wayne, man.
I ain't gonna cap, man. I'm gonna let y'all have this. I'm out.
All right, peace, bro. Peace.
Yeah.
Trey, please go see this movie.
Hey, man. Let me say this.
Hey, man.
Can we not all agree? I love how I started the trend in our chat where after I watched somebody watched the movie, we came to the group chat like, yo, like, bruh. I saw the movie before everybody else because I had the early screening shit, right? And it was so hard not to talk about this movie.
Look at Wealth.
I was about to say
Success.
First one in the movie theater, last one out. He think he Kobe Bryant.
I'm Mr. Peace and Prosperity. I'm gonna own it now. Feel me?
Mr. Wealth and Prosperity.
The peace, brother. My wealth is in my knowledge, brother. But anyway. I'm gonna turn into one of them real soon. But nah.
We'll put a Darren Javit over that part of that.
Nah, man, I ain't West Side Larry, bro.
Hey, yo,
no.
I saw Batman on Tuesday.
It was a Tuesday, actually.
I know, motherfucker. I wanted to go see it, but I had to, you know.
Hey, but nah, man. Listen, it was so crazy because I saw it And then Earl in the middle of the night was like, "Who's up?"
Who up? I'm like, you good, bro? He's like,
God damn,
Batman. I'm like, oh.
Hey, nah, I called Earl because there's nothing like talking to somebody fresh out the experience. Dog, that shit was crazy,
bro.
Man, I was tweeting from T.I. I mean, I was texting out from fucking TGI Friday right after I couldn't.
Hey, no lie. I think the test, bro, we probably on the phone till about 4. Like, no lie. Like, I got out the movies at probably about 2:30. We was on the phone good till about 4 in the morning, just talking about what could be happening.
Bro.
Grown
ass men, dog. Like we grown ass men. Talk about, bruh, the suit.
So my mama man's mother had daggone. Man, you would have thought we was at a sleepover footy pajamas over Batman and Superman. My God, like niggas was geeking, dude.
Geeking, dog. Real nerd.
But it was
shit,
fun,
bruh. And then Nelson saw it, and then we were gonna get to it last week, but Keith was giving, you know what I'm saying? Keith was giving his bars off, and we were laughing and shit, so we didn't get a chance to get to this last week. But it's a good thing because Josh finally got a chance to see it, and now we here, bro. Like, I'm gonna start this off by saying this, bro. This is the godfather of superhero movies, dog. I don't want to hear. Listen, if you like Logan, cool. If you like Infinity War, cool. The first Guardians of the Galaxy, cool. Insert the Joker movie, cool. Insert Batman 89, cool. Dark Knight, cool. That's your preference, and you have the right to your preference. But in my house, something is in the way. Yeah. Nigga.
Shout out Kurt Cobain.
Hey, man, I might have to cop a Nirvana shirt off of this shit. Like, bro.
Hey, man. I gotta bring it back. That's why I used to
restore the feeling, bro.
Hey, man, that's why I used to dress back in 07, man. I gotta bring it back.
Hey, bro. 100. Hey, man, bring back the BB belts with the Nirvana shirt.
Hey, man. I ain't playing. I'm doing that shit for real.
Rockstar lifestyle.
Rockstar road, man. You feel me?
Hey, man, type shit.
All right, man. We were talking about it. Let's just actually get to it, bro. Like,
hey, man.
Hey, bro.
I got a better analogy.
Go ahead.
You said it's the godfather of superhero movies. So I think about Batman this way. Marvel is Bad Boy in 97. Big videos, shiny suits, glitz and glamour. This movie's DMX in 98. Just turned everything upside down. It's gritty, it's dark, it's nasty. It makes you want to. Yeah.
This is DMX in 98.
Batman's DMX in 98. What's up?
Give me a favor. Can you shut the podcast down for me, please? That's all we need to say.
Can I what?
That's it. Just shut it down. Can you shut the
That's
podcast down, please? That was it. We won't even talk about nothing else. That was a perfect announcement. We won't even talk about nothing else. That was it.
I was gonna say
Bro
this.
I wanted to tweet that at fucking. Listen, on everything I love, I wanted to tweet that shit.
The Batman is dark and hell is hot. Dog. Yes, that's it.
Hey, no, I was gonna say the Batman is Wu-Tang in 98. It's volume 3, you feel me? It's Mobb Deep.
Listen, bro. I wanted to tweet that shit so bad at whatever time I left that movie theater. And I said, I have to save it when we talk about this on air.
My son.
That's how I thought of, bro. That shit, I was smiling. I'm like, I love how fucking dark this is. Like,
bro,
beat his ass, bro.
Dog, he was whooping ass because they wouldn't let him in the club, bro. This is my hero.
He said, I can't get in the club. I bet. Fucking, I'm breaking his motherfucking nose.
Yo, they should. Hey, bro, I know they had to keep the sequence of the movie, bro, but they should have threw on some little Scrappy or some shit, bro. That shit.
They could have put on Hell on Earth front lines while he was riding the motorcycle.
Bruh.
Let's make this real sad and depressing.
What's that Alchemist and CNN song?
Bang Bang.
Bang! Threw that shit on.
Hey, man.
Oh man,
I love that song, bro.
Dog, I love how
get you shot up in the hospital.
I love how he took other movies, like
I don't
famous
like
movies,
having sex. I like brains. Like
and use the scenes from there. Like that is the first time I've ever seen the Batmobile look like Christine. bruh. Like, if y'all have ever seen Christine, the horror movie, where the car is like controls itself and it kills people. Like, bruh, that fucking car chase scene, dog.
Bro,
when he was revving that bitch up, bro. Hey, Earl, what I say? They need to put some bankroll fresh behind this shit.
Hey, when he went through the fire, bro.
Mal Jackson.
Listen, I need montage.
He went through that fire like Nas and Diddy in the "Hate Me Now" video.
Bro, I'm talking about, bro, because it is bankroll fresh because D Rich makes black Superman music. You feel me? Like, he makes black superhero music, bro, with them fucking bro. Y'all see I'm stumbling over my words because I haven't seen the movie since that day, and it's still that damn good. Like, it comes on HBO Max next month, bro. I'm running that shit up. Like, dog.
Hey, man. I gotta go back to see that shit, man. That's how good it is. I don't even like dog.
If my neighbor says something in the way on repeat, I'm doing all right, y'all.
Dog. That's the thing. Like what you said, Josh. I haven't felt that way about wanting to go see a movie again in like ever. Like, because I'm the type of person, if I see it in the theater, I can wait till it comes on home video. I don't have to go see it again. This, I can legit justify going to see again. Like, bruh. I got my homeboy who went with me, bruh. This nigga has watched this shit 4 times, dog.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Nah.
I've seen it 3.
See?
I've seen
hey, because you got listen, you got to take wifey, you got to take the kids. You might just want to go again.
No, I went dolo. No, I didn't. I went dolo. I'm not finna have them. Wow. You ask me questions in the movie theater? Shit.
I ain't gonna hold you. I might. I went. It's funny because I went with my girl. My girl like will go just to go, but like she even liked it too. Because like, bro, she liked it so much. She's like, I said I wasn't gonna watch Joker again. I may want to watch Joker now because that's how much I like this movie. I liked how dark it was. I was like, huh?
See, Joker caught people by surprise for some reason. I knew how dark that movie was gonna be, but I guess people just figured this was gonna be like Heath Ledger's Joker, and it's not. So, I mean, that movie is really a psychological thriller. So, it's not everybody's speed. And the thing about the Batman, too, I will say, even though I'm biased as fuck, if y'all can't already tell, if that's not your thing, that's not your thing. I ain't going to judge you for it. But it's 100% my thing. Like, bruh, can we have this honest conversation about Paul Dano?
Whoa, yo.
What?
Huh?
It's 100% what, brother?
All right, bro. Yo, this how far we reaching?
Wow.
All right. Yeah, Earl, your receipt is coming. Like, it's coming. I got you. Don't worry. But nah, man, this is 100% my favorite movie. You feel me? In the superhero realm. Can we have an honest conversation now about how Paul Dano's Riddler is better than Heath Ledger's Joker? Can we finally talk about this now? Like,
it's up there.
I'm not going to say that.
It's close. It's damn close.
I will, bruh.
It's definitely up there.
God bless the dead.
Villains.
I would say this if Heath Ledger was alive. God bless the dead, because Heath Ledger did his thing. And he honestly and truthfully, his Joker makes that movie. Like, if his Joker is not in Dark Knight, it's nowhere near as great as it is. That's a fact.
Well, what I will say about that is, I think, and I've been very harsh on Christian Bale the last 2 years, really more than that, ever since I saw Batfleck. But, the second greatest Batman all time, by the way. But ever since I saw Batfleck, I've been very, very hard on Christian Bale's movies, but I think that I've been looking at them wrong. I would venture to say that Christian Bale's Batmans were written to be the co-star of the film instead of the actual star. And that's odd to me, but it's a different and good approach. I mean, Joker was clearly the star. Yeah, no. Right. Joker was clearly the star of The Dark Knight. Mm-hmm. You could say Ra's al Ghul was the star of Batman Begins. Maybe that's the most Batman-centric of the Dark Knight series. But Bane was the star of the Dark Knight Rises. I would venture to say that Batman Batman is written as a secondary character, almost as if Gotham was written as a secondary character in this one.
100% facts.
That makes sense because we're like,
Yeah.
I think with this movie too, which is so funny because I tweeted this. I'm like, bruh, I know Paul Dano from somewhere, but I cannot remember, and not from the obvious movies in the last couple of years. I'm like, this motherfucker was Clips from Girl Next Door. I'm like, I knew him from somewhere as a kid, which is I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie. It used to be on HBO all the time. With Alicia Cuthbert, that the kid like lived next door to the porn star who happens to be her. Whatever.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember that movie? Yeah.
I talking about.
He was Clits.
Wow.
Which I'm like, bro, I know that, like, bro, I don't know why I remember that, but it's just funny. But
Hey,
I think with Paul Dano, like he was really good. I mean, he was fantastic. He was great. They were both fantastic as villains. Colin Farrell,
you can't even recognize that that's Colin Farrell,
bro. I forgot it was Colin Farrell. So damn near 2.5 hours in that bitch. I'm like, oh wait, that is Colin Farrell. But he did a phenomenal job. Paul Dano did a great job. Zoe Kravitz was good as
Precious. I'm sorry. Wait.
No,
no. You spin.
It's okay.
Great woman, man.
My blood pressure is
building. Hey, niggas want to slam this movie, and Zoe Kravitz is in this film, man. Like, shame on you.
Hold on.
Wait.
I got y'all. Oh man,
these MCU fanboys who go out their way. Like, listen, bro. If you are biased,
man.
Thank
you. Opinion doesn't matter to me.
Shout out to Jamal. Hey man, you know we're gonna be talking about shit like this real soon. Hey, hey man. Listen, bro.
Or what you say?
My blood pressure is building.
Bro, the funniest shit that happened. I'm gonna tell y'all the funniest shit that happened during this movie, man. So I had the early tickets, right? But 2 people couldn't make it, right? I tried to get a refund. I couldn't get a refund. I was like, fuck it. So my partner, he was like, man, well, fuck it. Just get the tickets to somebody in the movie theater. So he went and he ended up getting tickets to this old black couple, right? So they ended up sitting next to me. I didn't give them the tickets. They ended up sitting next to me. And the scene where she like tries to get at him, but he didn't go for it. This nigga was next to me saying, boy, that boy gay as out outdoors, man. Ain't no fucking way, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Now we podding, baby. Let's get to it. Let's get to it now.
That is sick.
Hey, bro.
Hey, listen, man. Respectfully.
All I'm gonna say is this, man. I'm gonna just say I may be able to personally attest to virgin rage because it's a real thing.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Right. Let me tell you something right now, bro. That's the thing. That's the thing about this movie. You gotta understand, bro. This is not billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne yet, bro. He ain't socializing. He ain't showered. My son is in the streets 24 hours. Like, word to Gucci, man. No shit, shave, or shower, bro. Just whooping ass.
Told you, bro. DMX in '98. He there to just beat motherfuckers up and leave.
Alfred
That's
mad
it, bro.
Alfred mad that a motherfucker he coming home like, goddamn, boy, take a shower.
So I'm too busy whooping ass.
You got work, bro.
I'm too busy whooping ass out here, man.
These investors trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, bro. And you and this bitch eating a sandwich, bro. Get pressed. Go see some sun.
I will say though, I like this movie had a feel of like it's kind of like Batman. It was the 2 Batman series kind of rolled in one as a movie. Like I like how it had that essence of the animated series and plus Beyond as well. Even with the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Even
when
with the
you're done, I
soundtrack,
want to speak to that.
The theme has some touches of Beyond, and there were some callbacks because people talk about those cartoons so much, but I kind of like that because they were kind of an anti and like a alternative to the Marvel comics. Even though the Marvel comic cartoons were dark in some certain ways, but that's another discussion for another day. Like I said, they helped beasts like Tony Ayo for.
I just want to interject to say that in the early '90s. If you were not watching X-Men, Spider-Man, whatever, you were 1,000% watching Batman the Animated Series. That's all I want to say. That is arguably the biggest superhero cartoon show, hands down.
Definitely.
Like
and to your credit that you were saying, Nelson. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. It was lagging. I ain't hear you talking, Larry. My fault.
I was just saying that was the biggest show. And I'll say you can go.
But no, to what Nelson was saying, that it was a callback to the animated series. It is because that animated series used a lot of comics, such as Batman Hush, which was pretty much the main plot of this. Batman Year One. It's right after Batman Year One.
Halloween, but yeah.
And Hush as well, because remember Hush was where he was going to, where he exposed to who he was. In the Long Halloween as well, it used elements of that. Hush was for the love story between Catwoman and
Batman. And
Batman.
I promise. All right, I'm that nerd. So
we hear.
So Long Halloween was first, right? It's Long Halloween, Dark Victory, and then like 4 years later they did Hush, because Long Halloween is 96, Dark Victory is 99, Hush is 03.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Long Halloween is what you saw. Falcone being Selena's dad, the Selena, because if you haven't watched this movie, which again, I don't know why you're still listening to this episode. The Long Halloween.
No. I don't know why you haven't seen the movie.
That's a better.
Why you ain't seen the movie yet?
Shame on you, 2L, youngin. Cheap ass motherfucker. Anyway, the Long Halloween
it's cool,
movie.
Youngin. I got the login for HBO Max, bro. I got you.
Right. He got one too. He good. But I was gonna say the Long Halloween movie on HBO Max actually mirrors this a lot. So if you saw that movie, then you can see that. Now, the Hush thing, you are correct, because Riddler's style and how he looks is how Hush looks. And with his last name being Elliott, because Thomas Elliott is Hush. So even though it's like 2 in 1, because Edward Elliott again is the reporter, which people didn't even pick that up. Like that was his dad. Like it's clearly his dad, and it's the Riddler. Why would the Riddler keep his last name the same? Like he's gonna change it to, because you remember they showed like his different false identities he had. Like, yeah, bro. Like, listen, man, Paul Dano deserves a goddamn statue outside of the theater, bro, because they did Long Halloween, elements of Hush. Like when they did No Man's Land, when the water broke out, nigga, I was in the theater. I said No Man's Land, dog, because as a nerd, it's just certain things you never expect to see. But when that water broke, bruh, motherfucker broke that shit from a fucking jail cell, dog. Like this, like, listen, bro, we give Joker credit for hiring these mafia thugs and all this shit, dog. Riddler had the Reddit goons on deck, dog. He had them incels on deck, bro.
Hey, man, that shit, bro. Riddler was on 4chan going crazy.
4chan Riddy was going dummy, dog.
My son was on Zanga, bro.
Son,
going off.
Dog, Raw XD community pulled up on Batman, whooping his ass in Gotham Square Garden. And that's another thing I like.
They had them followers on Skonex.
They restored the fact that Gotham is New York City. I love that. Like,
they kind of looks like Chicago, but okay.
But again, the New York City. I love that, man. Like, everybody in this movie did their thing. Since we already here spoiling it, I mean, I can't wait for the extended release to come out, because there's apparently a bigger Joker scene. Need to see that.
Everybody was great, man. Totoro as Falcone was great. Like I said, Colin Farrell as the Penguin. When he got his ass beat, that shit was funny.
Dog. When they left him. That
shit was funny.
Yo, when
listen, man, Batman beating motherfuckers up in the club is still funny.
No, the greatest part is when he went back to the club as Bruce Wayne. They're like, "Oh, come right in!" Like,
he beat their ass again. He's all y'all want me in the club now, huh?
Bruh,
beat their ass. But
this move, I mean, and Zoe Kravitz, I'm going to say this too. Like another great thing about this, and yes, The Long Halloween, Catwoman, When in Rome. When in Rome is a backstory, and it kind of goes over Catwoman's like history with her mother in Italy and stuff like that. So that's something y'all might want to check out, and I'll tell y'all why in like 2 minutes. But one thing I really liked about this is that Zoe Kravitz talked about how she went for the casting in Dark Knight Rises, but they didn't give it to her, and they told her that she needed to be more quote unquote, that they wanted her to be like an ethnic character, right? And she wasn't doing that. So for her to get denied a minor role in that movie, and then 10 years later, she's in a better movie and she's the co-star,
man.
I salute Matt Reeves for that shit, man. Like real shit. Like,
listen, I love too, and Josh, go ahead, Josh. I don't know if you've had anything to say, but go ahead. I feel like you've been chilling, but
I mean, hey man, best Batman movie ever. Sorry, Dark Knight. It is what it is. Charge to the game. I don't want to hear nothing about no other movie this year, man.
Thank you, my man.
You feel me?
I do want to say real quick too. I love there's 2 points quick. To kind of go on with the soundtrack, literally aside from the original soundtrack, I love how this song twisted Ave Maria. It is not a church song to me anymore. There's something in the way, but I'm looking at my girl like, is this Nirvana? Everybody looking like sudden and shit. And I'm like, oh, I'm about to start grooving in this bitch. You know the OJ the Juice Man gif when he has the headphones and he starts grinning, he starts grooving.
Yeah, bro.
That was me. I'm like, oh shit, something in the way. I'm doing the Kid Cudi hum and everything in the middle. But
hey man,
that soundtrack is incredible. Like them just having literally just those 2 songs. Like those are the 2. A fucking church song and a Nirvana song and put it together.
Because
it's incredible.
You know why? Because every time you hear that going forward, you already know what time it is. It's like, oh shit, it's Batman time.
And it was a good, it was kind of left field, but it fits the movie so well.
Perfect.
I think too, just to catch up, like also I loved how this movie didn't really feel like a superhero movie. This movie, I think I said it on Twitter. I might have not, but I might have tweeted. I may have not. I tweet so much shit. I don't know what I say half the time. But this movie
Must be nice.
Free Josh, good, hard working black man.
Twitter hates black creatives, man. But that's
I don't threaten people on Twitter. I threaten people when they're supposed to be threatened.
All right, Mr. Holy is in now.
hey, I don't threaten people on Twitter either. That was just a joke between me and my homeboy.
You're right, though. But I would say I like how it didn't feel like a superhero movie for most of the movie. It did in certain parts, which it is a superhero movie. But we gave that origin story about 20 seconds, which I was like, thank you, great. I know his parents got killed when they was going to see Wicked or whatever. That's fine. I know what happened. That's great. We don't have to waste 20 minutes on that shit. Fantastic. But I do like how they really leaned into he wants to be Batman more than Bruce Wayne, and he's not really don't really care about being Bruce. I like how they fed into the vigilante thing. How he's a vigilante detective. And I like how this movie, you know what this movie reminded me of? This movie was if Seven was a superhero movie.
Dog.
If y'all never seen Seven, if you're listening to this, classic movie with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. It's basically it's like a thriller. It's basically a psychological thriller, based on the 70 Deadly Sins. And I think, funny enough, I think there's like 2 or 3 people who worked on that movie who actually were part of production on this movie too. So that made total sense when I read up on it and found out. And Seven is one of my favorite personal movies. So I would suggest, if you can, I don't know what streaming service it's on, but I would suggest watching that movie. It's spelled SC, the number 7EN. Very good movie from the mid-90s. But this felt like it was part superhero movie, part dark crime film, part Seven meets Zodiac. And I like how it had every element to it. It didn't really feel too much. It had a superhero movie feel to it, but not really. I like how it made you think. It wasn't overdone. And it made you think. It made you like, oh shit, I remember when this little subtle thing happened. And it made you, there's a lot of there were sometimes that I feel like it should have been 3 hours. Like, yeah, but didn't drag too much, and I loved how it had that like it felt like a crime. It felt like a dark crime movie, and I love that about it. It didn't lean too much on the this is Batman, and we're gonna just do the same thing that we did every other Batman movie. It had that feel to it, and I think it honed on who Batman is. He's a wealthy, I guess, heir to obviously his dad, and then he's a wealthy heir who happens to be a vigilante detective. Also, everybody played their ass off. Y'all all mentioned Dano, Colin Farrell, Zoe Kravitz,
that cracker from Twilight.
Satoru, of
I
course.
want to hear. I'm sorry. I don't want to
lost
hear
that, bro.
Twilight shit. No more. He is the bad dog.
He Battinson now. He good. Robert Pattinson. He got the title.
Hey man,
I can't say that comfortably.
Much love. Yeah, you're right.
I know why. I got you.
I know. Selassie might strike you down or strike you up.
Up, definitely up.
But much love to Jeffrey Wright.
I was just gonna say,
I fucking love how he played Detective Gordon.
Hey, he
Detective
punched
Gordon
the
in this movie.
Shit out of him, dog.
Detective Gordon in this movie, in the words of that Chinese man from Rush Hour, he was no punk beach.
Hold on, man.
He had the gun.
Man.
He was ready to shoot. He was ready to smack other cops for Batman. He let Batman do his thing. He took a hard ass punch too. Like
that's one. Hey, bro, that scene when he was running out the precinct.
The precinct is crazy, bro. The precinct scene, the car chase with Penguin when he went through with that whole car scene is crazy.
I mean, Riddler. I mean, bro, listen,
Riddler, like man, the Riddler with the bomb at the funeral, all that shit. Like
Riddler,
bro,
like if you go back and watch the movie,
bro.
Riddler being in scenes the whole time, like Riddler, told him to bring him to the light. He brought him under that street light and like
popped him. Yeah, like that shit was just
Riddler.
Like, I love how this. I love the psychological thriller
Riddler
feel of
may or may not, the fact that Riddler may or may not know that he's Bruce Wayne and he's just playing it off. Like, dog.
I think he does. I honestly think he does. He's just playing it off.
I do too.
Because if you look at all the pictures, there's a lot of foreshadowing going on where it's weirdly kind of like I love how it's kind of almost the J. Jonah. It's a similar concept as the J. Jonah Jameson Spider-Man thing, but it's a lot fucking darker and it's a lot more personal. And this is when you Bruce Wayne, yeah, like Wayne. That shit was personal. Like I hope that Robert Pattinson. I hope he can talk with Matt Reeves, and if Robert Pattinson wants to do other shit aside from Batman and not have to be tied to it and do his other thing and come back, that's cool.
Nah, fuck that, bro.
Really want.
Two is already confirmed. They're working on two.
Two is already confirmed, but I really want like a good. I like how it's being. I like this. I like this iteration because it doesn't. I feel like with superhero movies, you always, like I said, Marvel's Bad Boy 97. You know what you're gonna get. With all due respect to Marvel, but with this is just like I hope they keep the same feel of this one for all three. Where it's like it made me think for a lot of the movie, like where it wasn't like with superhero movies, you don't really have to think. You kind of know what's gonna happen in a way. But with this one, it's like you knew what was gonna happen, but it still had you thinking because there's the Riddler thing, then there's the Penguin thing, then there's the Falcone thing, then there's. But it didn't seem like there was too much being thrown at you. They presented it very well in a way that it made you think about what's going to happen. And I like movies like that.
Hey, man.
So, like I said, if you like this movie and you've never seen Seven, go watch it and you will tweet me at Who's Original. You will totally understand.
So, I just want to say before we get up out of here, Seven is on Peacock. So, if y'all got the Peacock app, y'all can go.
It's on Peacock?
Yes, on
I'm
Peacock.
Shit. I'm going to watch that bitch this weekend.
Yeah, Josh, I know you can't say bad.
Nah, man, I'm trolling, man.
Oh, no.
I'm an American dog.
I'm an American now.
Okay, Terry.
Hey, man. Hey, what did we say earlier, man? Stop listening to your brother, dog. Stop listening to Troy.
Let's go. That shit is on.
Yo, I'm watching something, man.
Yeah, Josh, watch that movie and hit me up. Because if you watch it, I think it'll make you like Batman even more. Even though we already like the movie, but
man.
Yeah, I've only seen parts of it. I've never seen like the whole movie. So
you're gonna see like it makes sense like how they did shit. But that's a very good movie to watch. So
one day, not today, but one day, I'll get up with y'all off air. I definitely want to do a deeper review on like all like of the people who played Batman in general, because I feel like Val Kilmer gets a lot of hate. You know what I'm saying?
Val Kilmer was cool,
but I'm gonna give it the platform and time it deserves, because we'll be here all night. But
Definitely.
I do want to say thank you to everybody who came through tonight. People in the comments, we appreciate y'all more than y'all know. As I said at the beginning of the podcast, you know, Darren, Jamal, Chloe.
Everybody subscribe. Tell your friends, man. Subscribe to the YouTube Show Your Work Network. We got some good things coming. We're doing this week by week, man. Week by week, brick by brick.
Hey, man. You know what I'm saying?
Subscribe to Show Your Work, or I'm gonna beat your ass.
And I was gonna say too.
Hey man, you can't get banned from Florida, man. You don't want that.
Man. I was gonna say too, man.
Yeah, you don't subscribe to Show Your Work, your bitch ass can't come to Florida and enjoy our sun.
So I'm gonna say follow guests from the pod on Twitter. You know,
Reggae Boys Radio.
You know what I'm saying? Giving away
follow Reggae Boys Radio.
Reggae Boys Radio on Twitter.
They free me, man.
Free the 786 official on Twitter.
I can't make a personal Twitter, man. That's dumb for me, dog.
Hey, young ladies, Josh does have an Instagram still. You feel me?
It's for the bitches, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. You feel me? We can get up out of here.
Yeah,
we
went a little over time. I'm sorry.
Fuck it. The Batman deserves it. I don't give a fuck, man.
He did, man.
You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, man. So we're the Batman. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
subscribe, man. Follow us at Show Your Work Net. Subscribe to YouTube. Like I said, we're at 20. I think we're at 28 subscribers right now. Even though we do get good numbers, but we want to get that up to 50.
Man. Day by day, man.
Day by day, get us up to 50. But tell your people, you know what I mean? Everybody, anybody. We talk about anything and everything.
And this is my message for y'all as we dip out. We'll catch y'all next time.
I built this shit.
Out of here.
Me, brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just because you don't like the way another nigga talk.